Any last incriminating things you want to say before I actually start the pod?
No.
Okay. Everyone, welcome to episode 3 of No Hiatus. We're currently on track to not having a hiatus, so that's good.
Low-key felt a little iffy today.
I know. I was like, damn, we're going to break the rule.
Third episode. When I woke up this morning, I was like, oh, fuck. I literally thought it was the Zorro.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, shit. But I'm telling you, I don't know. It's just my booty. Dude,
is it camera level or is it just me?
It's just you.
Okay.
I think it's because there's more of the door showing on your side.
Oh, you're right.
Whereas I don't think it was.
Also, I think
before.
the thing holding the TV is bending more. I don't know how that's possible.
I think one of these episodes, it's going to just snap in the middle.
But you know what's funny?
It's probably going to fall forward, and I hope you keep the camera.
I take it upstairs after every episode, dude.
No. Like I hope.
Oh, during the episode,
keep the clip.
Oh yeah.
Keep the clip of the like the camera just like
1000%. But it's been there since during like the break that we had recording. It's just been there like constant.
I mean, it's an older.
I think
TV.
that's what's throwing me off because it's not straight.
I think it's an old. Oh yeah. That's probably it then. But I think because it's an older TV, those shits probably are like 40, 30 pounds.
Yeah.
And I don't think.
Yeah, the base.
I don't think that ledge was supposed to be supporting 40, 30 pounds.
No.
I think it was supposed to support a like computer monitor.
It supported 2 of my monitors though for a long time.
Yeah, but you probably had it out like on the edges instead of in the
I did.
middle.
I did.
So
and then bitches are heavy.
Physics, you know?
Physics. Welcome to episode 3 of No Hiatus. To my right or to your left, I think, depending on how the flip happens, is Josie, Josefo, Hentai Senpai. He rather live in a car because you can't drive a house. I got it right this time. Boom. I'm back. I'm dialed. Is it not working?
No.
Oh.
I wanted to put the Bears game on there. That's why I'm wearing orange.
Shout out the Bears.
That's why I'm wearing orange.
How they're up 7, right? Or 7-7 or 7-0?
I don't know. We'll see if this works.
Come on. Anyway, Josefo, Josie, the man of many names. Boom. I am your other host, Jesus. I don't have that many nicknames. I do, but they're all.
I just keep my phone like this for the entire pod and just be like, I don't know what to do with my hands.
I don't know why it's not picking up. It picked up last time. Unless the what's it called? The little extender is not like functioning.
I think it's the Guifi.
Shut the fucking Guifi. Anyway, you want to start with football then, since we're there? Just get out of the way and get our sports.
What the fuck? Week 1. What a week 1. Because we didn't record.
No,
and even if we did, we would have recorded before all of the footballs.
Mm-hmm.
Tua, what the fuck?
It's expected. He's a good quarterback.
I saw a TikTok where it was like, you get hit in the head and then you start getting
superpowers.
I
thought I should too.
442, right? 442 yards.
It was above 4. I just don't know how much.
I thought it was 442 yards, right. And then Tyreek had 2 tutties, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know,
bro. A Tyreek saved my fantasy. If it didn't pop off, I think it was to you.
Yeah,
I was gonna lose, dude. I was like, "Fuck, I'm gonna get my ass beat."
Yeah,
and then out of nowhere, dude, the man just sent it, and I was like, "Thank God."
You are an asshole, but you're a gentleman and a scholar at the same time.
Yeah.
So the Dolphins, do we foresee them getting far?
They'll make the playoffs. They'll probably win the division. I don't think the Bills will win the division.
On to the second point. What the fuck happened?
That's the Bills.
Josh Allen got sacked, 4 times?
Something like that. And he threw 3 picks and 1 fumble, but...
Did he throw a pick 6, or am I thinking of the Dallas game?
Dallas game, I think. I don't remember, but...
America's team.
No, he didn't throw a pick 6 because they only scored...
1 tutty?
1 tutty and then the kickoff return at the punt return or whatever at the end of the game.
So what you're saying is we got defense this whole week 1. Defense, special teams.
Bills at best will win 9 games.
Really?
Yeah, at best will win 9 this season.
I still had them pretty high up there, maybe winning 10 or 11.
10 games will be if they get their shit together. If they don't get their shit together, they'll be 9-7 or whatever it is, or 9-8. It'll be 9-8, right? 9-8, yeah.
I think my super hot take of the Bears winning the division is now being crushed. after week 1.
I told you their coaching staff is dog shit.
There was a video that surfaced that compared Tua to Fields.
Mm-hmm.
I think you sent it to me.
I just shared it, and I shared it to the group.
Where Fields doesn't drop
Fast enough.
Yeah, fast enough and back enough for his O-line to do what they need to do, or give him enough time to think and throw.
Yeah, he's too slow in his progression. And like you can see that because you're like out of nowhere he's pressured. But then I don't know, it's tough, but their coaching is bad. The Bears coaching is bad. The Bills are literally just solely reliant if Josh Allen will throw picks or not. But the issue with the Bills is even when he throws picks, they've won games, right? So it's like you really can't be mad at it. But if he cleans them up, they just become the Chiefs. Is it working? Tell me it's working, please. Please, it's ready to cast.
No.
Remote connected iPhone. Is that you? It's not mine. Come on. Yeah, 7-3. Oh, they're about to score. Fuck. Anyway.
Yeah, I wore the orange shirt because they busted out the orange jersey.
I actually like this colorway a lot better than the blue orange thing.
I wish this
or navy, whatever the hell they have.
Who's that? White?
White. Shout out White.
I low-key wish that this was their home jersey.
Yeah, no, me too.
Also, White was very favorited to score a tutty this game.
Nice.
But, yeah.
Crazy idea. Mike Evans goes to the Chiefs.
I have him on my fantasy because he's been pretty reliable, even with T. Brady.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's one of like the only receivers to average 1,000 yards for like 8 or 9 seasons or some shit. Something crazy.
That's also because I feel like he's one of the very few actual good receivers on the Buccaneers. Hot take.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, anyways, the Bears. I wish this was their home jersey, low-key.
You know how fire that would be, dude?
Orange?
Yeah.
I feel like we've got enough blue in the league.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously, every team I feel like has white.
And their blue isn't even blue. It's like a weird navy black thing.
Yeah, like a very dark blue.
Yeah, it's like just go orange and go white.
I'm also really happy that they turned the logo from a C to a bear.
Yeah, the Bears fire.
Yeah. Anyways, sorry.
No, you're good.
I have potato brain today.
Me too. It'll be a fun pod.
America's team, or should I say America's defense?
The Giants aren't that good. The Cowboys are that good. My final 4 off of week 1, and I'm pretty decent. I can name you the top 6.
I think 6 would be better.
However, like the 6 rotate, it'll be 4 of these 6. Eagles, Cowboys. On that side, Eagles, Cowboys. Damn, I had it. I was talking to Jeremy about it too. Eagles, Cowboys, Niners.
Yeah, Niners.
And those will be your 3 on that side. Everybody else looks like the Packers are your 4th team there. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
No. I hate that I agree with you. Because it literally does not look like they skipped a beat.
Those are your final 4 on the NFC this year.
Yeah.
Now, barring injury, if someone gets hurt, I'm not calculating for that. But
I don't feel the Packers have a lot of depth. So I feel like they're one injury away from just fucking up the season.
You're not wrong, but the fact that they won
pretty handedly too
without Watson, their best receiver, I'm like, they didn't skip a beat, bro. It's like they just said Favre to Rodgers to Love, send it.
What the fuck do they have?
Coaching. It's coaching, dude. It's just like, hey, we're gonna have a plan. We're gonna stick to the plan.
LaFleur, right? Is their head coach?
Yeah, he's a new one after McCarthy, who's the Cowboys coach now.
He's got it.
He does.
He's got the plan.
This is what I was telling you, dude. It's all about coaching. I'm saying it right now. If the Bears end up going 0-2 or 0-3, if I'm Poles, that's his name, right? I'm firing the head coach at the end of the season. Or if the Commanders aren't going to make the playoffs and it looks like they might not, I would find a way to get Bieniemy like halfway through the season and just let him have the team now. But I would go get Eric Bieniemy because something I noticed about the Chiefs game is I think he had more pull than the Chiefs are letting us to believe. I think he helped the play calls more than. I think he helped the play calls more than. I think he helped the play calls more than. I think he helped the play calls more than. I think he helped the play calls more than. I think he helped the play calls more than. I think he helped the play calls more than. I think he helped the play calls more than. I think he helped the play calls more than. I think he helped the play calls more than. I think he helped the play calls more than. I think he helped the play calls more than. I think he helped the play calls more than. I think he helped the play calls more than. I think he helped the play calls more than. I think he helped the play calls more than. I think he helped the play calls more than. I think he helped the play calls more than. I think he helped the play calls more than. I think he helped the play calls more than. I think he helped the play calls more than. I think he helped the play calls more than. I think he helped the play calls more than. I think he helped the play calls more than. I think he helped the play calls more than. I they wanted us to know. Because the Chiefs looked very suspect. They still looked great. They still looked amazing, like the best team in the NFL, right?
Right.
But it was this with Eric Bieniemy, they looked dominant and like they weren't going to get stopped, right? They lost to the Lions week 1 at home after you won the Super Bowl. Obviously, it was a close game. You didn't have Kelsey. But they didn't look like this dominant power, right?
I feel like
I think he had more influence on Mahomes and the offense than the Chiefs want us to believe.
With how many
That's my thought.
With how many opportunities or different key players that the Chiefs have, I feel like they shouldn't have been that close of a game. No. So I agree. I feel like right.
See.
But I don't know. Returning Super Bowl champs, they just didn't look well pieced together.
Nope. Since we're watching the Bears real quick, I think on Justin, he's been sacked the most almost out of anyone ever in his like short 2.5 years. I don't know if you know that.
I mean, I've always blamed the Bears O-line, but something that I talked about with like the other homies that we watch football together, he has no excuse now. He's got the O-line. He's got more receivers than we've had before. I mean, he's a running quarterback, so we don't really need much of a running back.
You recently started watching football, like not too long ago, right?
More with more attention, yes.
Yeah. Do you know who Andrew Luck is?
He sounds super familiar.
He was like this.
Was he a QB?
Yeah, he was this quarterback for the Colts after Peyton Manning.
Yes. Yes.
He was like this like brainiac quarterback. Everyone loved him. People thought he was going to be the next fucking coming of Jesus Christ, right? He retired early because he was sacked 174 times in 86 games, and he retired because of it, right?
What's Fields at?
He's at 95 times in 28 games. He, at 86 games, if this continues, is going to be at 291 sacks. And this is why I was telling you that I don't blame him because of that. Because it's generally not his fault. Now, can he make better throws? Can he make better choices? Does the coaching staff not use him correctly? Yeah, all those things, sure. But he's been sacked almost 100 times in 30 games.
You just got to move, bro.
But that's not the, like, again, you didn't watch Tom. I don't know if you watched Tom Brady like that in his, like, middle of his career there, right?
I just know homie had a lot of fucking time to throw the ball.
He did, dude. Bro, you would watch some games and he would stand
literally for
back
like 10, 20 seconds, not moving a fucking inch.
Dude, he would just stand there and make a picnic. He could make a picnic and like lay out the fucking flannel.
Dude, homie had the caricature board. He was setting up the caricature board, bro. He was slicing up the cheese and like what do they put on there too? Like, no, just cheese, right?
And the wine. He's like, hey, you guys want some? And then he would throw the ball. and
freaking Gronk over there, like struggling for his life, keeping people off Brady. But that's why they worked.
Yeah, that's why they worked. So anyway, what I'm saying is you need a good offensive line scheme to protect the quarterback. You can't rely on them to scramble every play, right? Because one, you get tired, it tires your legs out, and it affects the throws.
Yeah.
And
well, because you gotta. I mean, I've never played football, right? But you gotta wind off your feet, no?
Yeah, there's
like you gotta have your feet, pretty stable under you. I'm assuming.
Yeah, but Tua's really good at it. It's just like
flinging it off.
I just like at setting really quick, which is the good thing about him. He can just set on the dime and just go send it. I think it's because he's the lefty. I think that's just like a superpower.
A lefty superpower?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of lefties are pretty good at what they do. Lionel Messi included.
True.
He's a lefty. About to win the Ballon d'Or.
Is he a left-handed too or no?
SOC, I don't know. I'm assuming yes.
Okay.
I'm assuming yes, but I don't know.
My dad's a lefty.
Shout out Pops.
Yeah. What a demon. But anyway, I just wanted to share that because, like, I don't know if a lot of Bears haters know that, right? Like, if you look at Love during that game, he was just standing there in the pocket, like.
Homie was comfortable.
Homie was comfortable.
Our defense could not do shit to him, and even when our defense was close to it, homie would just be like, "Yeah, I've been sitting here for 20 seconds. Time to throw now."
I forgot to mention this during the Bills game little thing I went, which kind of relates to Justin Fields getting hurt a lot.
Right.
The Bills were getting to Rodgers a lot, and that's why he got hurt. I don't know if you saw the game too much, but
the Bills?
Yeah, the Bills against the Jets when Rodgers got hurt. For those 4 plays, they were pretty much on him all 4 plays.
I didn't watch most of the Jets game, and then once I saw Rodgers was out, I'm like, this shit doesn't really matter to me anymore.
Did you see the video of his Achilles popping?
Yeah, I did see that.
It's so gross, dude.
I had to find it because
it just
everybody that watched the Jets game was telling me they're like, if you watch the game, you even on the replay, you didn't see it.
No, until you slow-mo it.
Yeah.
You see his Achilles snap, and it's the craziest shit.
Well, you see the fucking muscle just kind of jerk up.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, ugh. It's the same thing when we were watching UFC. I think it was last week. I think we were blessed with a two-peat UFC night.
Mm-hmm.
One of the homies I was watching got his leg just fucking snapped.
Yeah.
And then you could actually hear the fucking crack. And I'm just like, ah. And I showed it to my sister, who she's a nurse, and I showed it to Slim Shady, who's going to be a nurse. Both people in my life who I see as people that can see queasy shit and not flinch.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of the shit that Slim Shady tells me about what she sees at work.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she sees gunshot wounds, stab wounds, people freaking lacerations and
she showed me
everything, right? Mm-hmm. Bones broken, and she just looks at it like, okay. But she, even when she heard the crack, she was like, ah. And then I showed my sister, and my sister was like, ah, what the fuck?
I think it's hearing it happen,
the sound, right?
Versus just seeing the result. I'm just like, all right, cool, it's a broken bone now. But just hearing that shit happen, it's like, no.
Literally sounded like you were stomping on a bag of chips.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
But I feel bad for Aaron Rodgers. They allegedly said
today, right? They came out and they said that they're going to have him ready by playoffs.
So allegedly they said that they gave him a new procedure that should heal in half the time that it normally takes.
Dude, they're on some
So if you do the math, he'd be ready by playoffs if they make it, if he recovers the way they expect him to recover,
right.
He'd be ready by sometime January. Now, would he actually risk it and play? Who knows? So are they going to make the playoffs? If Zach Wilson can play slightly above average, yeah, which is the crazy part. Because they have the team for it.
I think
they were going to have a crazy year this year.
Dude, Ski, bro. This song alone.
Yeah.
Did you see the TikTok? There's a TikTok or a video, I guess, because I think it's from Netflix's special where they follow a team during the summer practice.
Oh, yeah, the Hard Knocks.
Yeah, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I've never watched it, but I've seen, I always like the internet because the internet always gives you the important clips that matter. So they showed a clip of them training, and then they had a DJ come out, and the DJ was playing Ski by Spice Red or something like that. I don't know, new artist that's come out. And it just showed everyone in the team getting into it. And then everybody was commenting on it saying, New York Jets confirmed to the Super Bowl, because it was a pretty hype song, right?
Yeah.
So I told David and Alex, I'm like, the Jets go further than we expected just off of that song alone. Because I feel like morale is something that carries you enough into believing something, right? You can sit here and be like, bro, you're going to make $3 million this year. But if you don't believe it, it's going to be like, right? No motivation, no passion.
No
right?
passion. No vision, no aggression.
Nothing, right? But I think once you start believing it, and I feel like you need, at least in sports, you need music or you need something to hype you up, which a lot of athletes, I feel like, go to music to hype them up. And I feel like if you start believing it, if this is your hype song, right? Your walkout song, right? You're going to believe it enough to the point where you're like, we're now 5-3 in the league, right?
Yeah.
So, I'll have to find it and I'm gonna send it to you. But I don't think there's any favorites in my mind. I mean, obviously it's week 2, right? Literally watching week 2 on the TV right now unfold in front of us. But I don't see a strong team that I'm going to be like, oh, dude, they're going to roll over their entire season and they're going to make it to the Super Bowl, no doubt.
Oh, I didn't finish my other side.
What?
The AFC.
You are the three.
The AFC are the Ravens, the Chiefs. It'll always be the Chiefs as long as they have Mahomes. But the Ravens, the Chiefs, the Dolphins, and then a fourth random would be the I had the list. I forgot. Ravens, Chiefs, Dolphins. I think the Ravens are going though. I think it's going to be Ravens, Cowboys, or Niners.
Lamar threw for 172 yards.
I know.
And you still putting them on the top 4?
Yeah, because they won. Like, he did so bad, and they won. So if he does good, they're shitting on everybody.
Oh,
that's the thing.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But you're telling me that you're putting a team that has a quarterback that threw for 170 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Justin Fields threw for 170 something too.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, I know.
I mean, the Bears did lose.
It's absolutely insane.
I've always been a Lamar fan. I've liked Lamar from the very few
who my other team was
that I've been like watching the NFL, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But that's just a crazy.
It's crazy.
That's as crazy as me saying Bears division champs.
You know who they remind me of too? Of in a weird way, when the Packers won their Super Bowl in 2011?
I think so.
Of that team where you have a lot of weapons. Rodgers was hurt for like a couple games there. Then he came back and they won the final game. They made the wild card. Even though I think they're going to win their division, they remind me of that like scrappy team that is just going to find ways to win.
The Packers?
No, the Ravens.
Lamar?
Yeah, and if Lamar is hot, he's just going to run for 200 yards or throw for 300 or another 200 yards, and like you just can't beat that. So I have them going. I don't know if they'll win. I don't think they have the team to beat the Niners or the Cowboys. But if it's the Eagles, they might win. So that's just my hot take. I don't think the Chiefs. I could be 100% wrong about this, but I don't think the Chiefs have it to two-peat.
No. I don't even no. I don't think they do. I think they're going to get injury prone.
I think the Dolphins have a good shot too, but their defense is suspect.
But a good offense is a good defense.
I think it's the other way around in football.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not sure. But anyway, yeah, I don't. Week 1 / watching week 2 reactions. For me, as a Bills fan, the Bills did what they were going to do. I didn't think they were going to beat the Jets week 1. I think they were going to lose to them week 1 and then get their shit together.
I hoped they would beat them, but
I didn't expect them to lose that way. I thought it was going to be like an actual shootout with Rodgers and Allen just sending it.
A fucking punt out return, dude.
And it ended that way, and it was a low-scoring game. And it was still a good game in terms of like just defensive plays. But
what did you think about the potential trip?
No, I didn't really care.
You didn't think it was a trip?
It doesn't matter because they were just gonna score a field goal and win. It was just like a point. It's more for like Vegas and the gamblers of like the point over under stuff because they were so close anyway.
They were like 10 yards out.
Yeah, that they were gonna score a field goal next play and win.
Because we were watching
it doesn't matter.
And then that's what one of my buddies was saying. He's like, dude, the game's over. Like everybody's in the freaking locker rooms.
Yeah,
they're not gonna make him come back. And then I told him, I'm like, dude, but remember, in the America something in the what is it? The MLS? What was it called again? The Leagues Cup.
Yeah, Leagues Cup.
America won, right? In the PKs. But then still like 10, 15 minutes later, they're like, nah, we got to redo the PK.
No, football's not like that. Football's like, yo, we'll just say sorry that we fucked up the call.
I mean, I didn't think the Messi Cup was like that, but I guess the Messi Cup was like that.
It is the Messi Cup. That's why they did it.
Anything to try and get Lionel Messi to win.
Yeah.
That's another thing, too.
Football's like, yo, we missed it. Our bad. You should have just made a play.
What are they calling holding?
No, this is the play after they're calling holding. This is.
I was going to say, duh.
He's going to get traded or just sent off home. And
Claypool?
Yeah, he's sucking ass.
Dude, that Johnson guy, the freaking running back, fucking beast.
Fire.
I hope the Bears keep him because the Bears have been very on pace with just getting rid of their good players for no fucking reason other than that. Oh, we suck and we're gonna rebuild. What the fuck?
He should have had that. That's not him. See, that incompletion is not on field. He just didn't hold on to the ball.
Hold on to the fucking ball, for God's sake.
Yeah.
He didn't have full control before he had the 2 steps.
Yeah.
So.
But anyway, any last football hot takes week 1 while we're watching week 2?
Defense, dude. Who the fuck would have thought?
Yeah.
It reminded me of when the Bears had a fucking unstoppable defense, and we would win games off of our defense, or special teams, I guess I should say. But it is what it is. I showed Shady all the Devin Hester highlights, and then I showed her when homie did first play of the Super Bowl. I think it was 2005. I forget what it was, but you know what I'm talking about. The punt return against the Colts. Devin Hester, 95 or 93 yards or something like that. I showed it to her, and she's like, wow, like that's – she literally said, what happened? And I'm like –
Rex Grossman sucked it up.
I'm like, we don't fucking know what happened, but it happened.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, so the Bears won. And I'm like, that's the crazy part. They lost. And she's like, how you going to lose after something like that? She's like, literally the first 30 seconds of the game. And I'm like, it's the bad news Bears.
Oh.
You know, there's literally nothing else we can say other than bad news Bears. But as far as any other hot takes about NFL, football, whatever, none. I am really interested, though, about what you showed me with the NBA.
So the NBA either is working on it to pass it before the season or already passed it.
From what I saw, it looked like
a rule on you cannot rest 2 stars in the same game. They also define what a star is. Someone who is all pro or an all-star in the previous 3 seasons.
3 seasons.
And one of the reasons why I don't watch basketball a lot is because of that. Honestly,
what, the All-Star game?
No, it's because people are just
they just bench their players.
Yeah, and I'm like, Jordan said this. This is not like a Jordan LeBron debate or like who's goal. I don't really give a fuck, right? But it's like Jordan always try to play.
Yeah. Because
he was like, "Oh, someone's paying to watch me."
Right. Especially Jordan.
Right, and I'm like, "Yo, if I'm Kawhi and Paul George, and I'm like, and the Clippers don't want to be the little brother to the Lakers anymore, right? I'm proving that by playing." And they like rested so much last season, especially together, right? Mm-hmm. That I'm like, I don't know. And shout out them. I get if you're hurt and you're actually injured, right? But I think there's a difference between being like physically unable to play, right? And like, oh, I can play, but it hurts.
I was going to say something along the lines of like, what about the teams that don't have all-star players or have one all-star player and they got injured?
I think this is
because the new rule is you can't rest more than 2 of your all-stars per game.
I think this is more so. I think the rule is more so targeting like the load management reason to bench players, because that would be the reason.
But you have more games now.
True.
You have more games in the NBA.
That's on Justin.
With short turnaround. Start of the second quarter now. Damn, rip. But I mean, I will agree. There are definitely times. There's weeks where like I just don't want to watch NBA because you find out, for example, the Clippers. I hate to beat a dead horse, right? You find out the Clippers are resting Kawhi and Paul George, right?
Like, I feel like that happened a lot last season.
What the fuck? Why do I want to watch it?
Yeah.
The Lakers. You find out the Lakers are resting LeBron James and AD. I mean, granted, AD is always, well, not always, but most of the time injured, right? So it's like, why the fuck am I going to watch a LeBron-less Lakers? Even though, hot take, the Lakers, I feel like, have pretty good depth this year.
Yeah.
Where if you rest old man LeBron more this season, I think they still have enough depth where AR is going to make big impact, right? He's already got a freaking huge cock from last season, right? Hachimura, I want to see more of Hachimura playing this season because homie had some pretty good plays from the very short time that he did play. But I think the Bulls, I think that's why I'm not a Bulls fan. the Bulls were a big culprit of always resting like DeRozan, Levine. Like there were a few games where DeRozan and Levine were playing together last season. And it's like, why the fuck would I even, as a Chicago native, why the fuck would I watch the Bulls?
Yeah.
If the people that I consider to be all-star players aren't even fucking playing.
True.
You know? So I think this new rule is going to bring more fans back, or maybe even more people to watch the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
NBA League Pass, right? Probably more sales in the NBA League Pass. I like it, right? I like it, but it's interesting because I feel like this season they're trying to put more players on the court with the rule of you have to play, I think it was 70%. I don't know if you remember off the top of your head.
Something like that.
70% to be considered part or eligible to participate in the All-Star League, right? You have the in-season tournament, right? And now you're having this new rule where you can't rest more than 2 All-Star players at the same time at one game. I think it's going to be – I think they're trying to make it more competitive. Because I don't know if you remember in the All-Star game, the coach for the Nuggets, I forget his name, but he was like, it fucking sucks because they don't want to fucking play defense. Like, nobody wants to play in the All-Star game.
I like the format where it was the first to 25 and 4 quarters of that. I think that was the best format.
I mean, look at Luka. Luka was literally just jogging up and down the court.
When LeBron and Giannis went at it during that format,
yeah,
I don't know why they changed it. I actually have zero idea. I don't know if they explained why they went away from that, but there was no reason to go away from that. Like
they probably thought it was too short.
No, it was perfect because what you do is you go a first to 25 and you win by 2, right? And you force the win by 2 rule just to make it longer.
This is already the second quarter.
Yeah, you made that shit, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that sack was on Justin. Anyway, yeah, that's my issue with the NBA. Ever since, like,
it's just been a shootout.
I know. Ever since our generation took over, right?
Like the Jordan Poole generation you talking about?
No, pre. So after Kobe, in between him. So like the '90s babies took over. You know what I'm talking about?
Like Zion.
No. Before that, because Zion's what 99. I'm talking about like Steph Curry's. Every dude in their 30s right now.
Oh, okay.
And
so like Curry, Draymond,
like 27 to 35.
Klay Thompson, Paul George.
Yeah.
Chris Paul. Yeah. Freaking Kawhi. Like those
I don't know what
Harden.
The fuck happened to the NBA. That dude just keep getting hurt or they're too tired to play. Like I'm not coming at them. Like I get it, right? But I just don't know what happened to this group of dudes, and it seems like it's getting worse, right? With like the next group of players, but It's like, why is everyone getting hurt? Why is everyone too beat up to play? Like it's like that in basketball, and it's like that in other sports too. But I feel like with basketball, it's like I don't know why you're always like I just don't get it.
I think sports in general became more physical.
I think it's less physical.
You think it's less?
Yeah, there's so many rules to like avoid contact, especially like in football now. Like, football players don't even practice in pads like half the time anymore.
I saw that. That was last year, right? Last year or 2 years ago, where they put no full uniform or whatever,
for
full
till like Tuesday or some shit.
No full. What is it?
Pads.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with basketball. Like, they're trying to avoid contact, and ever since they started doing that, it's like I feel like now when there is contact, players' bodies aren't used to it, so then they break down quicker.
Do you think
that you need contact? Yes.
And this could be like
beat the shit out of each other. I'm kidding.
Like a boomer mentality, right? Maybe. Do you think we're as a society getting softer the older we get? You know how like boomers are always like, oh, you guys are snowflakes. You know, we used to do this and that when we were younger. Like the people that are like 60s, 70s, like they're calling our generation, the millennials, Gen Z, whatever you want to call them, they're calling us softer. Do you think that's also being portrayed in our sports?
Yes, but it's not our fault. Yes, we're getting softer. Yes, it's being portrayed in our sports, but it's not our fault.
Who would you put the blame on?
The previous generation.
The boomers?
Yeah, because we don't make the rules.
It is the older people.
They do.
I mean, if you look at, for example, I don't want to get political, but if you look at our government, how many people are under 40?
No, that's what I'm saying, right? Like,
You know?
like you can't blame the people participating for how the rules are when you're making the rules.
NBA commissioner is homie's looking like he's hitting 70s.
How old is he?
I don't think he's that old. He's probably hitting like
Because
60s.
he has no hair. I can't tell his age.
He's
I feel
probably
like
early 60s, late 50s, probably.
Damn.
What about the NFL? I've never seen the NFL commish.
Roger Goodell? Really?
Or not enough to pay attention. But how old is homie?
He's older, but he looks good.
Did you see the allegations of I think it was the Cowboys coach and Dallas, I think it was. With your hands, you're fucking the demon.
Dog shit. I'm leaving that in too. I might lower the clap.
It's all right. Jesus just saved me from becoming Peter Parker. Or I guess Miles Morales. I think it was the Cowboys coach.
I told you, if you see anything moving, I will kill it.
I think it was the Cowboys
Shout
coach.
out Peter. I just mean like me and the animals in this basement have an agreement. If I see you, you die. If I don't see you, you're okay.
I think it's house rules.
It is house rules.
But I didn't save it, but I wanted to bring it up quite briefly. I think it was a Cowboys coach and some other like Southern team coach, head coach, or owner or something like that, where they said something racist.
Oh yeah, the Cowboys and the Bills coach.
They said something racist.
Or not the coach, the owners. Yeah, the alleged the Bills Cowboys. Those are the two he mentioned. But
it was week 1 though, where they like said it, right? I don't think you have it in there.
No, it was previous. It was sometime in the past, I think. But the guy who said it came out week 1 was like, "Yo, these two people
racist AF
are racist as fuck," and they said something. We'll see. I don't doubt it because Jerry's like 95, bro.
I mean, homies, right?
And I'm not saying he's racist just because he wants to be, but he was born and raised in a time where like
it was okay.
It was okay,
or not okay, but it was engraved in your brain.
Yeah, like
it was all
like his parents technically were born in what?
Slavery, dude. They could potentially have been slave owners,
right? Or at least been around that. So it's like, wait, how old is Jerry Jones?
You said 90, nah?
Something like that. He's old as fuck.
He's on life support. I think I saw him wearing a life alert. You know,
Jerry, you're bogus. Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones is 80 years old. So he was born in what? 1940?
Right?
40-ish? So his parents were born what?
Probably 1900
something, right? Like 1900 something.
Let's assume that back then people had kids when they were like 20.
So definitely racist, bro. Definitely racist. I'm sorry, right?
I think hot take.
The likelihood that his grandparents were racist as fuck is high.
I think you can't blame someone, boomers, right? You can't really blame them for being racist. Okay, again, hot take, right? Hot take. You can't blame them for being racist when that is what they grew up with.
Okay, I see where you're going.
And I think it's also been like widely known that boomers are just stubborn as fuck and they're not open to change.
Correct, which is weird. I don't know why.
You can't be like, bro, it's 2023. He knows he shouldn't be saying that. Where it's like, yes, but they're stubborn in change.
Is that a good or a bad thing?
To be stubborn in change?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you should be open to change.
True.
Now, you could go down the rabbit hole and be like, well, how much change should you accept? I'm saying you should be open and change with technology. Because like the amount of people that come in through my work and they're like, I can't do this online because I don't know how to work a phone.
His name is Jarrell Wayne Jones.
The one that came out?
Jerry Jones.
Oh. What's his middle name?
Wayne.
But what was his first name? Jermaine?
Jarrell. Jerral. He was born October 13th, 1942.
Look, dude, I don't know. But I think, I mean, I know he's going to get attacked until literally the end of his life. But depending on how long that is going to last, who knows, right? But I don't
He was born in Arkansas.
I mean, bro, Little Rock 9. When was Little Rock 9? Wasn't it like 1945 or 19 something? Like in the 40s?
Oh, no, he was born in L.A. He moved to Arkansas in 1945.
which was when Little Rock 9 happened, no?
I don't remember. I'm a potato with history stuff. You know that. But yeah, that came out. I don't know. I didn't look too much into it because he only mentioned 2, but then he said all the owners, I think.
1957 was Little Rock 9.
Oh, so that was like 10, 12 years after.
So homie was like, yeah, that's okay for me to do that.
But again, I'm not saying every old person is racist because I know old people that aren't racist, right?
Oh, no, dude. I've met some old people that are freaking phenomenal human beings.
Yeah, but
where I'm just like, you probably rolled up a doobie with like the hippies when that happened.
Yeah. But I'm not surprised when it happens because I'm just like, oh, like you were born in a time where that shit was like just common. Like it was it's kind of like our generation and saying, oh, dad's gay for everything. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I feel like growing up, people would just say, hey, like that's gay for things that are just unacceptable. Now, whether that's right or wrong, I'm not here like.
Which is weird because I also feel like our generation is the most sus.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, 100%.
Or maybe we're just so open to.
Also, real quick for the new viewers that we have, we're gonna have a lot of new viewers. We actually killed a spider on our first podcast right.
Oh yeah.
Here, you could probably zoom in and see it, but the light might fuck it up. But there's a spider leg still hanging in there for like a year. And so if you guys come at me for killing a spider, I am sorry, but not right now.
And Jesus also just killed one with his hands, with his bare hands.
How else are you gonna kill it?
Dude, I was gonna grab I don't know. I was gonna grab the new computer I just bought.
You want to smash it with between your new computer and my fucking iPad?
Hey, it'll prove the
durability,
the Mac / PC debate as to what is superior.
The master race. Real quick to finish off the NBA, Again, if they're actually hurt and injured and can't physically play, 100% rest them, right?
There has to be an asterisk in that rule, and I think that'll be the asterisk.
But if you're even able to play at 50, 60%, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know why I said that twice, but anyway.
Percent.
Yeah, you should definitely play. I'm like, what's going to be, again, it's a regular season game. There's nothing at stake besides just fans watching you and then wanting to come back and watch you. But that's just my opinion. Shout out them.
I think this is just targeting the teams that always rest their players for load management.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking of, not to be a fanboy, right? But I'm thinking of like the Warriors, right?
You want to watch Steph Curry.
The only time Steph Curry ever sat out was because he was injured.
Yeah.
You know? Like this past season, he was injured with his shoulder, right? He was out. He was injured with a possible like knee injury. He was out. Yeah. But then once he came back, he was back. You know? Klay Thompson, right? Out because of injuries, right? Iguodala out because he's Iguodala and he saved the planet Earth with laser beams pointed to us.
Speaking of that, we can transition real quick.
What?
Did you hear what Stephen A. say about Max?
About who?
About Max Kellerman, the guy who said that?
Oh, what? That he's an idiot?
No, he was like, he wanted to stop working with him because Stephen A. said he wanted to win and be the best show, and it wasn't going to work with Max. And
Stephen A. wanted to win.
Yeah, he wanted to be like the best show. Stephen A. said,
sports?
Yeah, thank you. And people on Twitter started coming at him. Like, no, bro, Max was cooking your ass and you didn't like it, especially when guests came on and defended Max and not him. And then I don't know if you know who Terrell Owens is. Mm-mm. He's like a really good receiver. He played for the Niners and Eagles, and they made it to the Super Bowl against the Patriots, against the Eagles, and they lost. Mm-hmm. He's like really, really fucking good. Maybe like top 5 receivers of all time.
All right.
And he went on the show and told Stephen A. that Max was blacker than him. And for those that don't know, Max Kellerman is a white man. And Stephen A. was salty as fuck ever since then. And ever since then, you noticed that like he didn't really like Max. Because Max would defend African Americans on social justice issues. Mm-hmm. Example, the Colin Kaepernick issue. Max was if I remember this correctly, he was defending him, and Stephen A. was just cooking him like, "Hey, why would you kneel?" Blah blah blah, all this shit. And Max was like, "Blah," you know, he was on his side, and that's when T.O. came out like, "Bro, he's blacker than you," and shit hit the fan. And ever since then, it's just been ugly. But
real quick, did you see that Kaepernick is hoping to come back in the NFL with the New York Jets?
He's not.
But you saw that.
Yeah, but he's not going to play just because he hasn't played in 7 years. Like, I get if he's still able to throw, right?
Well, how long was Odell out?
A year. It's just a year.
Was it just a year?
Yeah, he just got hurt, and then he didn't play last year. He got hurt in the Super Bowl the year before. He got hurt, and then just didn't play last year.
Damn, the Leon's cooking, bro.
That's another dark horse team that I think might do well is the Lions, but I don't want to put them up there above the Packers yet because the Packers always find a way, dude.
That's what I hate about them.
They
are
always find a way.
Mr. Dependable.
It's weird. I hate it. Again, I don't hate them. I just find it interesting how it's always them.
I think it's the cheese curds.
Oh, he got hurt? No.
Was that on your team?
No, Richardson's just a good young quarterback.
He's back?
Yeah. It was just a knee strain probably. He'd be all right. Bop, touchdown. All day, every day.
Oh.
Did I tell you my high take about Mahomes?
That he could get picked a lot?
Yeah, I told you this 2 years ago when they dropped, I think a league record like 16 picks on him.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm like, yo, it's gonna happen to him where he's gonna throw hella picks. And I think this is a year.
I would agree with you that I do believe this is a year where he is exposed. Because I think the previous years he's been so good at throwing touchdowns, and he's had weapons to throw touchdowns too, that everybody's like, yeah, he got picked, but that's just because he's throwing to all these people. And I feel like now it's going to be like, and because they were winning, right? Mm-hmm. He was throwing enough throws, I guess, not to be redundant, where the picks didn't matter.
Yeah. But he's throwing enough touchdowns, got it, yeah.
But now it's like, hey, yo, we didn't win. Mm-hmm. And it's low-key because Mahomes has been throwing picks.
Yeah, we'll see.
He's been throwing.
But, again, I still think he's the best quarterback in the league right now. I just don't think he's like the Messiah, which people think he's the Messiah. And I'm like, he's getting really fortunate with having a really great weapons. But if they're not there, I want to know what that looks like. Is this Knox or Kincaid? Knox. Oh, shout out Knox. I like Knox. I just have Kincaid. Let it be Kincaid. Please let it be Kincaid. Oh, Shakir. Anyway, moving on real quick. I will stay on sports so that we can get off of it. Did you see the WWE and UFC merged?
I heard that they were going to like months ago for some like stupid obscene amount of money. And I remember it because a lot of people
like 9.3, I think.
I know a bunch of people were like on the internet being like, damn, so you're telling me UFC is now going to be fake? Because the whole running joke of how the WWE is fake.
I mean, it's scripted.
Yeah, but now people are like, oh, no, like, UFC is going to be fake and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't think so. I think they just bottom out.
No, so WWE, so it was more of a merger, but Vince
was like big dick.
He's the executive chair of the board of the whole new company called TKO. Vince is like, because again, if you look at it,
this old man could do anything, bro.
Because if you look at it, he took this entertainment business from his dad, I think from his dad, and turned it into $1 billion company relatively on his own. Mm-hmm. And it's like, well, how did he do that off of, again, fake, scripted, you know, it's just for pure entertainment and storylines. And they did that. And they've turned Dwayne or The Rock, however you want to call him, into like this mega human popular celebrity entity.
Right.
And it's like, how do you do that?
Do you still think that he like owes any money to WWE? Or like, is there like a contract with him?
So I don't know if you know, but when you sign with WWE, unless you have a specific contract, they own the rights to that name.
So they own the name to The Rock.
They did.
And then The Rock.
But when The Rock left, he asked Vince, like, yo, can I own the rights, I guess? And Vince was like, sure. Which Vince doesn't really like. For those that don't know or don't watch or stopped watching, Vince is not that type of dude to let shit go. He's like a
stingy ass motherfucker.
Yeah, that's why he succeeded, right?
Yeah.
And allegedly, to the story that's out there that The Rock said and Vince said, he let him have it. He was like, take it, bro. I don't know why, but yeah, The Rock or Dwayne owns The Rock brand. That's why he's able to do so much with it. Now, does he maybe include Vince in some of his businesses?
I'm sure.
Probably.
I'm sure. Like, it's like a thank you.
Probably.
Right?
I don't know. Right? I don't look into it, but I don't like counting pockets too much. But yeah, I find it interesting because they both have the idea of title belts. I think it's cool because a lot of wrestlers, WWE wrestlers, are old athletes anyway. Like Lesnar was in the UFC for a bit. He won a championship. CM Punk tried it. Wasn't that good. And vice versa. Ronda went to the WWE for a bit. It's just hard to be an actual actor and entertain live like that. Like you got to be good as fuck to entertain like that. And I think that's why they partnered, because they saw that they can benefit from each other and benefit from, hey, we can teach you how to act post-fight and in the coming up fights, because they saw how good Conor was. I don't know if you saw, but John Jones said that Conor helped the UFC advance like 10 years because of how entertaining he was in the pressers.
People watched
because of how entertaining he was.
Because of Conor McGregor. They were like, dude, this guy runs his fucking mouth.
Like, you might not like him, right? But he's entertaining and he draws people to the television.
Yeah.
And imagine if WWE is like, hey, we can teach you how to do that. And then we can just share fan bases with just being connected. I don't know if it'll work the way they think it's going to work. But I think it's cool just because, again, you can have the crossover now where if there is a wrestler who used to be an MMA fighter in training but couldn't make it because he didn't have the connections and he just went to WWE because, again, it's just a way to get money, maybe it could work.
Yeah.
Because, again, a lot of them are just ex-athletes.
From, like, all over.
Yeah, like, it's all over. So it's not bad.
Wasn't there like an NFL player on there too now?
Where?
In the WWE?
No, there's an ex linebacker that was a UFC fighter for a bit. I think he's still fighting, but I don't know how well.
Oh, I think that's what it is. I think he still fights UFC. I think I saw him last week, and I think that's why he's fresh in my mind. So
he was pretty good at both. But again, right, like that, like imagine if he would have gone to WWE after or something, and he always wanted to be in the UFC in the cage, and just for some reason didn't have that connection, and now it's like, oh, we work together. Right?
Is that part of the
Packers? I mean, the Bucks? Yeah.
Dude, that's pretty badass.
I want to go to Tampa, but one of my friends that lives out there said that it's not as special as you think it is. But I think it's maybe because he lives out there.
Possible.
So like he's in like the daily like minutia of shit, you know, like it's like so. But yeah, that's all sports I have. You have anything else?
Sports wise?
Yeah.
I want to try and get into Formula One. Because there's a Mexican that I guess is just
fire,
like burning up the scene, and I'm like, I want to see my people and see what the fuck they do.
Oh, did you watch? I mean, it wasn't maybe the greatest result, but
the Grasso,
Grasso, right? That's her name.
Yeah.
She retained. Shout out her. Again,
I didn't watch the fight. I knocked out.
Yeah.
Right. I watched the 18-year-old, that freaking phenom, dude. And I was I told Yadi because I bet it on it, right? And I'm like, I think his last fight was a loss.
Yeah,
right? That went to 3 rounds.
He got submitted, I think, or
no decision. I think
decision, but it was pretty bad because he was trying to play like the grapple game and got his ass beat.
And I'm like, bro, like you're exhausted. You need to end this now. Yeah. But whatever. So I told Yadi,
we watched it together, no?
I think so.
Yeah.
I told Yadi, I'm like, this fight's gonna go to like round 2, round 3.
He knocked his ass out, dude.
And then I'm like, because I think it's still gonna play in his mind. And I told her, I'm like, I'm either gonna do round 2, round 3 win, or win by knockout TKO. And I'm like, I don't know. And my dumbass, I'm like, I should have remembered they were in Mexico City.
They were?
It was home court advantage.
Damn.
He's like,
so he turned the fuck.
He's
up.
hungry
Let's
for
go,
the
kid.
dub.
Fuck that ass up.
He fucked him up in like 57 seconds. Or whatever.
Yeah. I saw that shit. I saw the replay.
Because I thought you had to buy it. I didn't know it was like a fight night kind of deal where you could watch it.
I didn't know either.
No,
I would have watched that shit. I would have watched that.
It was free. That's why I was like, because I told Yadi, we were at my brother's band performance competition.
Was it good? Did you do well or no?
It's not, again, how you were telling your situationship.
Shout out her.
How our school used to be different, like the competition used to be different. That's what I was telling Yadi. I'm like, we used to have like 20, 30 schools come up to this shit. And now there's only like, I think my brother told me there was only 15 schools showing up. Like they started at 5. And I remember I told my mom, I'm like, I remember we would start at 11 because that's how many schools were here. Right. And like the level of competition just is not there, in my opinion, compared to what it was before. So I think a lot of schools are taking a big hit in their fine arts department, where a lot of kids don't want to be playing an instrument anymore, so resulting in them not being in marching band. and like the level of competition is just not there. So
why do you think that is? Because I have a hot take, and
I think
it might be burning take actually, but we'll see.
I think the heavy influence on social media.
Okay, I agree.
And like, for example, like, not that I hate TikTok, right? But the fact that there's more information out there where people are like, oh, I can just be like a producer, or I can just be, like I can have like a one clip out there on the internet where I'm rapping, right? And it blows up. And like I get like a deal off of that.
Yeah, but you have to be good at that stuff.
Yeah, but I feel like because you have more exposure, because of that, you're more more inclined to not want to pick up an instrument. I don't know. I really don't know what it is, but I feel like it's like technology.
Because I agree with you. I think social media content, but I want to say I think people are trying to do these things like rapping, doing something on TikTok and getting viral,
right.
But they don't actually have the skill to do it.
So you think music for these kids is going down because they don't have the talent?
No, because they think that they can just do it without actually being like what they're trying to, like, let's say play the trumpet or play the piano without actually being good at that stuff. Because if you look at it, there's people actually doing like music content and popping off, but they're good as fuck at the instrument they play. Right. But like a lot of these kids aren't going to learn how to actually play the instruments at a basic level, which is what school, or if you don't have the money to do it outside of school, would help you with.
Also, super hot take. I've been noticing, because I'll be getting like, because I used to play the trumpet, I'll be getting more and more, because the algorithm be crazy, more and more videos, more and more pages, more and more influencers where they play the instrument, right? Where they'll play the trumpet.
I've gotten so many snare videos now that
because you've been looking up shit.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. I'm playing that shit before we play games, and I'm like, let's go.
But like I'll be getting more and more videos, and like they're like, come with me to learn this like super basic tune.
Yeah, dude.
And they got like 500,000 likes. And then I'm just sitting here like, anyone that actually sits down and tries to master their instrument, that has a good ear, that can try and like figure shit out by ear, can do this, right? But now you're getting spoon-fed all this crap where you're just like, I feel like you're not getting challenged. And that's why I think the internet, not that it's to blame, but it's like, oh, like, I want to learn how to play this new piece that I heard, or this like little lick that I heard, or whatever, right? And it's like, oh, well, let me look at the internet. Someone probably deciphered it, and someone did. So now it's taking away you trying to train your ears to figure out the notes. It's taking away that, because now you just go on the internet and someone already transcribed it. It's making it easier. Yeah. And not as challenging.
Fuck, I was going to say something. You know who would have popped off? The two dudes we were talking about from our old drum line, fucking Red and James, dude. They would have. Oh, they were so good. Yeah. For those that don't know, we went to our high school football team was really good while we were there. They weren't like state champion good.
They were good your freshman year because they made it to playoffs.
And the year after
I came in after. I don't think they made it to playoffs.
Oh, the year before in my freshman year.
But they were still like really good.
Yeah, they were
like my freshman year.
Yeah. And our drum lines would just play during the game, just like crazy. And then we went, so the reason why we were talking about it, because we went to watch his brother play on the marching band, and we were just there for the game because it's during the game. Right. And I was telling my brother, this is so different than when we were here, because when we were here, the marching band was massive compared to what was there when we went this 2 weeks ago.
It was easily double the size. I told my mom maybe pushing triple the size of the current band.
You guys used to take up with the entire field, dude.
And then I told her we used to sit
at
the end on one of the end zones because the bleachers were there. We would sit there. We would set up.
Take two bleachers and like overflow.
And then the drum line would go to the front of the student section. But it's just the numbers in general, because you were even talking about how the fan section was like half of what it used to be when we would go. And then they're not committed to the team. As soon as a team was getting blown out by 20 points, students are leaving, you know?
And you remember, I'm going to mention the colors of the school, but it's like our rival, the same Bears colors. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, blue and orange.
When we used to play at their school, which is only like 5 minutes away, we used to pack the
student section.
Yeah, but like the visitor section, we used to pack that bitch. And I'm like, how were we packing my freshman and sophomore year, the away stands for those teams?
I can tell you right now, they don't go to their away games.
That's crazy.
It's not.
We used to pack those bitches like crazy, bro.
You know how we used to have the what were they called? The super fans?
Yeah.
There's no more super fans. You know what it is? It's the cheer team. You know how they would always run up and down the field when they would score a touchdown?
Yeah,
it's the cheer team that does it.
Damn. We used to have, when I was there and the year before I got to our high school, they used to have like just a group of students that were like super fans, and they used to like do stuff on the sidelines with the cheerleaders, with the cheer team.
Right.
And it would be lit.
They would lead the chants in the stands.
Yeah.
But it's just different. And it's not just our high school.
That's not on fields.
Yeah. It's not just our high school either that's not like that anymore. It's just like in general.
Really?
The soccer coach for the team, because Danny's on varsity, he was talking to Alex and mainly Alex, and he was telling him, he's like, dude, like I want alumni to come back. I want more fans at these games. Like these kids are good. It's a good team. But they need to know that they're good by having a dedicated fan base come with them at all the games.
Yeah, but that's your student body, my guy.
And I told him, I told Alex, I'm like, well, tell the coach, like, why is he telling you that? He should be telling the players
students,
that.
Yeah,
the
players. Like,
he should be hyping the students up during like whatever the fuck that they're doing. I'm like, I told him, I'm like, I'm always going to be at every possible game that I can make it to, just because I've seen these players since when my brother was like 14, 13, I think even low-key 12 years old, because they've been playing for that long.
The youth, yeah.
So I know.
He has nice teeth. Shout out him. if anything, the man has nice teeth.
I mean, you got to smile when you're getting fucking sacked.
True.
But I told them, I'm like, I'm going to go to the teams, even like, for example, even now where Danny's not playing because of the injury. Like, I'm still going to go to the games.
Yeah.
Because I know half the team and I want half the team to succeed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, but that's on the fan base, or that's on the students.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure they don't want older parents, older siblings.
Or like that one Russian dude at the game we went to.
Oh, dude, he was giving me a fucking headache, bro. Yeah,
Sorry,
he was giving me a fucking headache. Shout out him, though, right?
Yeah, shout out him.
But, I mean, also, Danny also told me that his teammates know when David and I go to the games because we're the only ones that are yelling on the sidelines.
Yeah, but like you need that because otherwise it's just weird just playing a game in silence, dude.
Yeah.
Now, who the fuck plays a game in silence?
But I don't do it. I don't yell alone because I need my backup.
Yeah.
So I'll do it whenever David's there, but I can't yell alone or like if you're there or like whoever, right? But I can't yell with like my mom behind me because that's just, it's not vibes. It's not vibes. But I don't know how we got into this tangent, but I just think in a weird situation, I think there's not enough bodies anymore. It also could be that our generation isn't having kids. They're not pumping it out like they used to be.
That's true because our school also is dropping in
census.
Yeah.
So I think when my sister graduated, their graduating class was 300. Yeah. My graduating class was like 450, 420.
Mine was a little bit above yours, I think.
Yeah. And then Shady's brother, because he just graduated like 2 years, because she went to the graduation, and I'm like, damn, you going to be, because it was like on a Wednesday night, and it started at 7. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Like, these are 4 to 5 hour ceremonies. They were out in 2 hours.
Dude, I was hot as balls in that shit with the I was like, get me out of here.
It was a Wednesday, 7 p.m.
I want to play WoW.
And I'm like, what the fuck? And she told me, she's like, there was only really like 250 students. 250, 300.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So I'm thinking the census in general is just getting smaller.
Also,
and smaller.
I'm not going to lie to you. I think it's going to get bigger because of all the hotels they're building right near us. You know what I'm talking about? I see all of those people that like work in the city that just live there because of the trains right there with like either toddlers or they look like they have like a 7+-year-old that like in 10 years, that school is going to be popping.
I hope so.
It's going to be popping in 10 years, 100%. It's going to be crazy.
I think our little city or little village has to also start developing to rival other cities.
I think those hotels are going to help.
So, but like get better, like attract people, right?
Yeah.
Like there needs to be more attraction.
Yeah.
Other than just the Stasic dealership in the corner.
Yeah. But I think what they did there in the town center, I'm going to call it that. I think that's going to help. But I just noticed that because I was like, bro, there's a lot of people here in like our age range, give or take 5 years either way. And I see them with strollers. I see them walking all the time, and I'm like, dude, in 10 years,
By the wreck you're talking about.
yeah,
right?
yeah. I'm like, in 10 years, this place is gonna be popping, bro.
Those
That's all it took, just some construction, and they used that wasted land there for no reason and just build hotels or apartments. I should say, my bad.
The apartments by the
actual wreck, and then in front of it.
Across
yeah,
I agree.
I'm telling you, in 10 years, all those people that just be fucking pinches sucios. Are gonna have kids, and then it's gonna be
like that couple that was fucking in the car.
Yeah,
that one
dude,
night.
Crazy.
And I didn't believe it.
I'm telling you, bro. They went through the middle. That's what you do.
That's insane.
So for those that don't know, we were 4th of July. We were out at our town or whatever park district, and there's like a little hill to watch the fireworks or whatever, like around towns, and there was like a couple that were like flirting, playing around.
Homie was playing grab ass.
Yeah, by their car, like a ways away, but we were on top of this like little mini hill, and you really couldn't see us because it was dark as fuck.
Right.
And we were being nosy, all 4 of us.
100%.
And we were watching, and they were kind of like flirting back.
That we are.
Good Mexicans we are. And they were flirting back and forth, and etc. And the dude was leaning against his car and whatever. And then him and the girl got
in the car
into the front seats, and they're like, "Oh." Jose was like, "Oh, like they're gonna dip," and I'm like, "Nah, bro, she's gonna reach over and try to grab it, and she's gonna say something. And they're gonna crawl through the middle because like it was like SUV, so there's like a glove compartment or whatever." And he's like, "No, dude, there's no way."
I literally said, "There's no way."
And I'm like, "Bro, that's the move. You literally just slide through the middle. Like that's just what you do." And then we like stop seeing them in the front seats,
right?
And then we drive away.
Because my car was like right next to them.
Yeah, we were parked right next to them.
Like 3 spaces away.
So then we were like, fuck it, let's leave. And then we get into the car, and Shady sees it, right? She sees her head.
She's literally like, she's in the passenger seat. She's like sitting there. She's short, right? Or whatever. She's literally like holding herself up and like looking almost like she's trying to look around the corner. And she's like, they're not in the front seat. They're in the back seat. I just saw movement.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro.
She saw movement. I told you,
to be fair, we did see the car rocking back and forth for like a minute.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, sucios, right? And then it stopped. So I'm like, oh, they're probably reciting their favorite Bible verse to one another. Yeah, probably reading Genesis or something.
Shit, the Genesis of that baby.
Fuck, dude.
But anyway, yeah, I think the town's going to be popping in a little bit just because, like I said, all those people living there, their kids are going to go to one of the 2 middle schools. And then I'm assuming to our high school because it's just closer. Mm-hmm. Anyway, in non-sports related news, new iPhone came out. Thoughts, comments, concerns on the new iPhone?
I told you
I'm just excited for USB-C finally. And I've said this in the previous episode, I think, or the first episode. I'm an Apple love hater. I hate the fact that they make some decisions. I absolutely despise it, actually. One decision is keeping the lightning cable for so long. And yeah, so I'm excited for USB-C. I never actually get the pro versions of the phones. Mm-hmm. I just don't want to spend that much money.
Right.
But this time around, because for content and I like the action button in USB-C, I got the pro version. I normally don't. It's too expensive for no reason. And
it usually doesn't add enough to justify the price increase.
What Apple does is whatever that they put on the pros 1 year, they'll give to the regulars the year after. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I was just going to wait. But because I have an SE that's broken, I was like, I have to get it. So, yeah, I like to see. I like the action button. I love the lightning memes that people were making. They were like, rest in peace. And I'm like, yeah, that garbage piece of shit. But
I just like the memes where people are like, Apple finally caught up to 2001 Samsung.
Literally, dude.
Which is crazy. But I want it, right? I told you yesterday how I was telling my friends that I'm going to upgrade and what they would think if I was upgrading from a 14 to a 15. And
they're going to roast you.
Alex's girlfriend was like, why the fuck would you do that? And I told them, it's quite literally just because I want USB-C charging. Mm-hmm. And then she's like, dude, you're an idiot. Because that's not a good enough reason to upgrade your phone.
Yes, it is.
But I'll probably get it not right now, maybe like later on, right?
I just had to get it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it makes sense for you, right? It makes sense for you because you're literally rocking a phone from like 2011. But yeah, I like it. I'm glad that we're finally USB-C'ing it, but I'm excited to see what changes they make because I think from what I saw, there's not really that huge changes to the 15 from the 14, other than just a USB-C and I think like a different chip or something. But,
yeah, it's a faster chip.
Yeah,
but I don't know how much faster, but
probably like 1.2 times faster or something. But
again, I'm going from an SE, so
yeah,
I'm gonna notice an immediate difference.
Yeah, you'll probably be able to download Prawn like super quick.
You download?
I don't, but someone that we know does.
Wait,
Sportstar's brother, remember?
Oh, that's right. That's so weird.
He has like folders on his laptop.
What is wrong with him?
I think he had. Didn't he tell us one time he had like 100 gigs of Prawn?
Something like that. I'm like, bro, just go to Reddit or go to Twitter. Dude, what's wrong with your ex?
And then he has like 25 tabs open too.
Dude, that was nuts when he showed me all those tabs. I'm like, bro, no wonder your computer is slow. It's fighting for its life.
It literally has all the viruses that you could think of.
Anything else? So you're getting it eventually, but not right now?
I'll get it eventually. Maybe at the end of this year / start of next year, but not anytime soon.
Got it. Another news. I know we don't really play Call of Duty that much anymore.
But wow. That's crazy. That's absolutely insane. I'm okay with coming back. It's just I would rather do it on a new PC.
Yeah, because it'd be nice.
Literally because it'd just be nice. So I'm kind of hoping that this new gig, potentially if I get it, that's work from home,
pays for it.
Or pays for some of it, right?
Yeah.
And then that way I have like that money to put it into potentially a 4090.
Yeah. Oh.
And then the rest me put in to try and buy the rest so that the PC isn't as expensive. Because after building Danny's PC, I know mine is going to be expensive. Probably like $300 more expensive, which isn't that bad.
Shit.
$300, $400 more. Because the 4090 is probably like $200 more.
Nah, what?
No, 1,000?
Yeah, it's like 1,200, dude. It's more. It's expensive as fuck.
Never mind then. I'm gonna cry.
4090 is like, let me see. Especially if you go TI.
I thought those shits were like, I don't know what I thought.
Stay signed out. Let me look real quick. Hello, load. It's 1,700 on Best Buy right now.
The TI? Just the 4090.
4090 Tough is 1,800. There's a 1,600 base version. There's an 1,800 white version. There's a 1,700. Yeah, bro. No, the 4090 is gonna cost as much as Danny's PC.
More, dude. Also, that I can run League of Legends.
Yes, League of Legos. But the next, not the COD coming out in November,
but the one after.
The next two after are gonna be Treyarch ones, which is Zombies Black Ops.
Which is what we started.
So our friend group
started off of that.
Us and our other friend, Sports Star, we'll call him, have been friends for 14 to 15 years.
It's fucking crazy.
And we've stayed. Oh shit! Gotta get that though.
Fucking asshole.
There was a fumble in the game. Anyway, our friend group has been friends, and we've like
play video games or try to play video games together.
We try to play video games, and the one video game that's constant is Call of Duty when they're good.
But one of our friends is too stubborn to get a PC, and the other friend is too stubborn to get a PS5.
Because we can just play crossplay.
Yes, but I just hate how stubborn both of y'all are.
Because he doesn't have time to play,
and then I'm the financially responsible one that just gets both.
That's what I'm saying. Look, I would get a PS5 if we played any other games, but all the games that we could potentially play are crossplay, right? So there's no point.
Danny roasted me the last time he came over. He's like, "When's the last time you turned on the PS5?" Son of a bitch. And I told him like probably the last time. Oh, but I need it because that's in my team, my fantasy team. So shout out Mike Evans.
But anyway, he roasted you because you don't turn on the PS5.
Yeah, he's like, dude, why'd you buy it? He's like, just give it to me, and I'm like, boy.
Nope.
I paid for it. At least make a little nice ornament.
Yeah, he said, give it to me. Like, nah, you gonna drop the 4 or what?
Dog, I gave you a PC. That's enough.
All right.
Oh, but he's loving it, by the way.
Is he?
He's like, dude, I just downloaded. What was it? He downloaded something, and he's like, it was so fast. I'm like, well, A, we have decent internet at home, and B, like, I would assume it would be fast. Like, everything's brand fucking new.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But he did accidentally download some of the games onto
The main drive?
C drive.
Yeah.
And I told him, I'm like, nah, dude, like uninstall and reinstall into the G drive. And he's like, why? And then when he uninstalled, reinstalled, I think it was what the fuck was it? I think it was like Fortnite or something. He noticed that the G drive was 1.9 terabytes.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, what's a terabyte? And I told him, and he's like, oh shit. He's like, so I can download a bunch of games. And I'm like, I probably wouldn't, but yes, you can.
Yeah.
So,
but I'm excited for Treyarch because Treyarch normally makes the most fun CODs.
mm-hmm.
Not the crispiest in terms of like server connectivity,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm excited. The other issue is the head developer left.
Yes, so better job or just said, fuck this shit, I'm out.
He found another dub. But
good for him.
Shout out Vanderhaar. But I'm excited for that. This is just a gaming news that came up during the week and a half or 2 weeks. Speaking of people leaving, the OG Fortnite creative left, Epic or whatever. Forgot his name. Let me look at it. Hello, click the button.
What are they gonna do now?
I don't know, but he was there since like the inception. Chief Creative Officer at Epic Games, Donald Mustard, is stepping down, but I think he left.
So he's just not doing anything. He probably made enough money to just chill.
Billy's, probably not Billy's, but close to. He probably got
we
nine
talked
figures.
about this, right? How much money would you consider enough money to just chill?
100
million or billion?
million, 100 million.
Yeah, I think so too.
I would still probably do stuff. I would probably still do like the pod or some shit.
I'd get bored out of my mind.
Yeah, I would still do stuff, but in terms of like, damn, I have to wake up and like go to work. 100 million.
Nah, dude.
100 million. 100 million.
Shikes. I'm just waiting for one of these crazy parlays to hit, so I can retire for like a month.
Did you see a lot has been happening? So sort of a lot. The FaZe CEO got terminated by the company because their stock is like a cent.
What did?
The FaZe CEO.
Oh, so FaZe is completely done. Or
no, the CEO got just terminated. Like the head guy, Lee Trink or whatever his name is.
Are you gonna pick up some FaZe stonks? You don't think they recover from this?
No, because they don't have any actual
content creators.
No, they went away from what made them FaZe,
which was like CS:GO and shit.
No, just in general, like just content in general. Like, I think for some reason they turned into this weird like
entertainment.
No, I don't know how to explain it, but like I feel like they just fell in love with the lifestyle of having a lot of money. And in the report, it said that they would spend millions of dollars on like celebs and parties and shit instead of making content and what got them there.
So they just essentially sucked themselves dry.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But yeah, shout out them. Last kind of little thing. I don't know if you care about the Unity engine thing. Did you hear? Do you know?
Unity engine?
So Unity engine's like the big gaming engine that people use to make video games. And for a long time, it was free to use.
And now it's not.
Hold on. It was semi-free to use, if you were like a big company or a big developer, they charge you like a one-time price, like annually, right? Like, hey, you have to pay this,
but you gotta pay us $100,000.
Now they're talking about that they're gonna charge people per download after a certain point. So if you have like 100,000 downloads plus, they're gonna charge you like, I think it was like 2 cents per download or some shit. Which doesn't sound like a lot.
But when you add it up,
when you do the math, I don't know the exact number that they said because some people said it was like 50 cents to like 20 cents. I don't know, right? It was something pretty high where like if you did the math, they were like gutting some developers like a lot. But that sucks because I used it too in school. And it was nice. That shit was nice, especially back in the day. But yeah, again, that's just something that I wanted to bring up. That sucks for the developers, people who use that. Have you heard of the game Shovel Knight?
Shovel Knight?
Yeah, the little blue dude with the shovel. It's like a 2D platformer. It's like really popular. That game was made on it, and it has like millions of downloads. And people are like, "Wait, like."
So now they're gonna get screwed.
Probably. Yeah.
It could potentially lead to just
28-0. Let's go.
Yeah, it could just lead to people or what is it? Not content creators, but producers,
developers.
Yeah, developers from making games.
They would just choose another thing or make their own.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Never mind then. Shout out them.
Yeah. It's just Unity was kind of like the standard. You know how like Ford was kind of the standard for cars for a little bit?
For a while, yeah.
And now like Tesla's like, oh, electric cars, like we're the ones that are doing it, like maybe like the most popular or whatever. Unity was like that thing. Was like I'm trying to think. Like what else is kind of like, I guess like the Lakers or Boston or like the Chiefs the last couple of years, right? Where it's like
a dynasty.
Yeah.
Like a Unity was the kind of thing.
Yeah, they were definitely that, and then they fucked it. Shout out them. Want to get into the anime? DBs, did you know that it's been 10 years since Battle of the Gods came out?
I've always known. But no, I didn't know.
It's been 10 years, dude?
I didn't know. I didn't know that.
Me neither.
Holy shit.
They're, hold on, I have to sneeze.
Oh, Gesundheit.
Thank you.
Is that the rookie, Johnson?
They announced a release for like October or something or November. Let me double check. Let me click.
DBZ, bro.
Oh, it's not working.
Is that one of the longest running animes technically or franchises, I guess?
Since the 80s, I think, yeah.
Since the 80s.
But JoJo's is somewhere near there too. I think 70s.
But it's not, JoJo's isn't running, is it?
Yeah.
It's still running?
I think so. I could be wrong, but I think so.
How do you still have enough content to make up episodes or make up chapters or make up anything really for something that's been going for 30, 40 years?
It's about the vibes.
It's about the vibes.
See, like, why would you run this play? It worked, but why would you run that? Yeah, but it's been 10 years. They're doing a re-release like in October or November. My link isn't opening, so I can't check it. But I didn't know it was 10 years, dude. Where the fuck did the time go?
Dude, I feel like the older you get, time just disappears.
But
or
does
you lose
like track of it? Yeah, I can see that.
Because what was it? The last soccer game that I went to, one of the moms was talking about how old the kids are and shit, and I'm just like sitting there like, fuck.
I was just that old. Like, nah, gee, it's been a minute.
Just shit in general. I'm like, fuck. We were with Alex. We were talking about how some of his family that has kids that are like 7, 8 years old, they're really only like a couple years off from like my age. And I'm just like, holy shit. Like there's people like my age having full on families. And I'm over here like, damn, how do I get my hands on a 40-90?
What parlay is going to hit? Damn. Yeah, this offensive line is going to get Fields killed. They need to trade him. Anyway, did you hear about the One Piece live actions getting season 2 confirmed?
And freaking Oda said that.
Let's go for 12. Big wiener.
Freaking Oda said, the next character to be introduced is Tony Chopper.
Pretty much.
Which is crazy because I'm pretty sure that means we get 100% Nico Robin.
Nico Robin.
Right? Or no?
She would be first technically because you meet her in Alabasta and that's next.
But she doesn't
join till after. But you see her during the crocodile stuff. She's
doesn't she
she's
join?
Miss All Sunday or something?
Doesn't she join after Crocodile's defeat?
Or Miss Tuesday, whatever the fuck it is. Yeah, she joins after, but you see her in Alabasta during the crocodile stuff. Like that's when you first know who she is, but you don't know her as Robin till after.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember like all the early content.
It's been so long, hasn't it?
But I mean, he drew Chopper, so we're definitely gonna get Robin.
Yes.
And everybody is drooling over who they could potentially cast as Robin because
it has to be the doctor has to be Jamie Lee Curtis or whatever her name is. She's like old. I'll show you the pic of her. But she I came out as a One Piece fan a couple years ago.
Uh-huh.
And and she like loves Robin, but she's not gonna be Robin. She can be the doctor that was helping Chopper out.
The doctor that died. No, I'm just kidding.
Doctor the doctor. But shout out One Piece live action. It's like one of the best live actions on Netflix ever.
I haven't gone past the first episode.
We gotta do that sometime.
But
it's
good. Yeah, I did see. I think I saw it yesterday. I don't know when they announced it, but I know I saw it yesterday, and I saw the interview they did with Oda, and Oda was like, "Thank you for all the, first time viewers, seasoned viewers, or people that don't even like anime but want to give it a shot."
Yeah,
he was like very, very appreciative of all that all those people.
So Oda for making greatness.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of releases, Spy X Family Season 2 coming October 7th.
About fucking time.
Key visual.
Speaking of another release, we are 42 days away from the official finale of Attack on Titan.
I have it. It was the next thing on the dock.
Yeah,
it's called
the poster.
Attack on Titan, the final season, Part 3, Part 2, scheduled for November 4th release.
I'm so freaking
That's
ready.
the worst name, JP.
I don't care, but I'm fucking ready for it to be over.
It also has a runtime, allegedly, according to the Attack on Titan wiki.
2 hours, no?
Twitter, listed at 1 hour and 30 minutes long.
Yeah. I mean, the last one was an hour. I told Shady she's not ready.
She's not ready. No one's ready. If you haven't read it, you're not ready.
If you read it, you're ready.
You're ready.
But you're not ready.
So, thoughts on this? Thoughts on, because I actually kind of want to talk about it. I don't actually have like a big statement about it, but I want to see if we can make something.
Only big statements here, Jesus. I'm just kidding. Everything we do has to be big.
Like 4 inches?
At least.
Okay. We got that. We definitely got that. What was I saying?
Attack on Titan. You want to talk about it?
How do you feel about it being this long, them splitting it like this, the name? We don't have to talk about the actual content that happens because obviously we know it.
All reversed. Damn.
Yeah, because he was throwing it.
Yeah.
So, but how do you feel about it? I don't like it. I have more to say, but
you don't like that it's this long?
I don't like the fact that we waited this long, that they split it like this. They could have made this a lot better. Like I feel like for me, right, all the suspense is gone. It's been so long.
I think that they did this just because Studio Mappa took up a lot onto their plate. And respectfully so, I think they've been low-key killing it with all the shit that they've been doing. So all of that to just do that. So I think it took them that long because they had so many animes that they were animating, I guess, right? I agree that it sucks that it took this long, but I mean, I don't know. I'm here for it. I like it. I'm excited to see what the fuck they actually do or how they animate it, I guess.
I'm excited for the animation, yeah. And it's a Claypool. He's getting traded tomorrow, dude.
I low-key wish it was
he's getting traded before the game ends.
He's already traded. Did you didn't get the update?
No, I'm sorry.
He's already traded. He's headed off to the Jets.
Oh, nice. Shout out them. Good people.
I'm just ready for it to be over. I'm ready for this chapter in my life to be the signed, seal, delivered. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Am I gonna rewatch Attack on Titan eventually again? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just ready for it to be done.
Yeah, dude. I
think everyone else is too.
Yeah, and that's my issue. Like, I'm more ready for it to be done than I'm excited for it to happen. And that's my issue. Where, like, this series was pretty good. I read it and I enjoyed it. I didn't love the ending so much, but it was good. And the anime was quality, but I just don't like the fact that we're waiting so long for the finish. Where it's like,
it's not a.
I'm just not.
He had 2 feet.
Oh no, he bobbled it.
Oh, because he didn't have full control of it?
Yeah, so then when he actually had control of it, he was out of bounds.
Oh my god.
It just looks better for the stats, I guess. But anyway, that's my issue with Attack on Titan, bro. Is I think they ruined the anime by waiting so long. Because now I'm just ready for it to be over.
Right.
I'm not excited for it to happen. And it doesn't mean that it's not going to be good. It's probably going to be amazing. I bet the animation is going to be fire because it took this long, right?
Right.
I bet that scene when he's walking down and fucking Levi does the whole, I don't want to ruin too much, but he does the whole thing on there and on the top and fucking destruction, and it's amazing.
That should technically be like the first like 20 minutes, no?
Something.
Levi doing what he does, only to find out that
it's going to be fire. For those that don't know, who are ready for it, that moment that I just mentioned is going to be fire. I didn't ruin anything.
No, just know Levi has a moment.
He has a moment.
Oh, fuck.
And he's nerfed, too. That's what makes it amazing. He's nerfed.
He's fucking nerfed. And till this day, I still think, sorry, unnerved Levi would have done what Mikasa
should have done.
Yeah. Or I guess does.
Yeah.
But he does it.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, they just had to have the ending that they wanted to have.
That's my issue with it, man. Again, I'm probably gonna love it when it happens. I'm gonna watch it. We're gonna talk about it, but
we're gonna cry. We're gonna yell. We're gonna
all that stuff.
We're gonna have diarrhea out of our assholes. But
damn, that's crazy. Maybe you.
We'll be here. I mean, low-key, yeah, me. But yeah.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
Transitioning out of that.
Always transitions.
For those that don't know, we'll definitely bring back the list. But
yeah.
On our previous podcast,
yep.
we reviewed every single Ghibli movie.
Pompoko number 1.
Pompoko number 1.
What was the pork one? The pig one?
Porco Rosso.
Porco Rosso number 2.
Porco Rosso number 2. We'll bring the list back and we'll talk about them. I think maybe the episode before we review the movie. But Studio Ghibli or Ghibli or however the fuck you want to pronounce it. Studio G announced a new movie called The Boy and the Heron? Heron?
I think so.
Heron?
Haram?
Haram?
Haram.
Straight haram, bro. Anyway.
Rated PG-13.
But it's haram.
Harambe.
Harambe. It initially was stated to be Miyazaki's last film. They were like, he's retiring after this one.
He's not retiring.
And then literally like 2 weeks after, like, oh, he was kidding. He's back. And I'm like, okay.
You know those memes where it's always like when you're drunk and then you come back from the drunk or whatever, drunkenness or whatever. That's what I envisioned. Or the I think it was a college coach, college head coach, where he's like coming back or going into the locker room. Yeah. That's what I envisioned. I love that it's the same artwork still. After all these years, you know? The same freaking artwork that all the Studio Ghibli movies have been.
Yeah. It looks clean if my internet wants to fucking work.
The manager that took over where I previously worked, turns out is a really big Studio Ghibli fan as well.
Is he?
Found out from Marsh, and part of me wanted to be like, which one is her favorite movie, and why is it Pompoko?
Because of nuts.
She likes Spirited Away.
Dude,
everyone.
Shout out all the anime girls that like anime and Studio Ghibli, but y'all always like Howls and Spirited Away.
I told her
like
when I was talking to Marsh about it, I'm like, which one is her favorite Ghibli and why is it Howl's Moving Castle? And she hit me with it's actually Spirited Away. And I'm like, God damn it, dude. It's good.
Yeah.
But I forget what my number 1 was. I remember Howl's was definitely high up there though. Howl's is nice.
This looks really good, even though it's not fully loading, so I'm pissed.
I'm really interested in the storyline because from what I saw in the preview,
it's gonna go on YouTube. I think the link is not working.
I didn't get what the storyline is gonna be.
Bro, it's a boy and his hair on just doing things.
But it's classic Studio Ghibli to not give us the God damn, I'm sorry guys. I'm just dying.
It's alright, you'll be back 3 days.
Classic Studio Ghibli. I'm not Jesus. I'm Jose. So I am.
But you're the father.
I was gonna say I'm just the carpenter that took care of a bastardized child of mine.
That's what I'm saying.
I am the father that stepped up.
Damn! Shout out you, my boy.
That's why any MILFs out there. I am certified.
With fruit snacks.
I am certified.
If you have fruit snacks, bang the line. Oh, here we go. YouTube is loading. I don't know why the link wasn't loading.
Yeah. I also like how everything is based off of like 1945, 1930.
Yeah, it's
whatever
weird.
The world they're in.
Oh, that's the heron, right? That's how you say heron?
I thought it was harem.
All right, my bad.
When was the last Ghibli?
It was a CGI one that we said that we kind of liked, but it was kind of weird. What was it called?
CGI.
It was with the one with the rock and roll and the ghost in the house.
Ghost in the house.
Something with the witch. Oh, I'm forgetting the name.
Ghost in the house. Witch in the house. Witch stuff.
Oh, that's that bro. That water was amazingly animated. Life finds a new beginning. Fire's cool.
Talk about
So 4 elements.
Pulling.
Ooh,
from,
samurai sword.
Pulling from
Katana?
what's it called? Howls.
About time you came. That's what she said. We're watching the trailer for those audio only listeners real quick. Even though we've already seen it. Or I've seen it, but the boy and the heron. That's it. That's all we saw. It looks cool. That's a good eye right there. December 8th. Ooh, you want to go watch it?
On IMAX?
Or are you going to leave me again?
You left me.
You left me.
You left me.
Don't you dare test me right now.
I had to go watch JJK Zero by myself.
I watched Demon Slayer. I watched Rengoku get sliced into pieces. Not really the pieces, but I watched Rengoku get sliced into pieces.
He didn't get sliced.
Shh, in my narrative, he did.
He just got a hand through his heart.
That's the same. My heart got a hand through it too.
Pause.
When you ditched me.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, fuck it. December 8th. That's actually not too far away, actually.
I also technically ditched you for One Piece Red.
That's what I'm saying. Look at that. It's 2 against 1 right now, dude. I'm
Okay.
down, dude. I got to play some offense.
It's not my fault FX Annie wanted to go watch it. Even though you fell asleep halfway through, I'm like, you fucking asshole.
Yeah, I wouldn't have slept. I would have been, dude, look.
I still love Shanks's hockey just from that movie.
Yeah.
But anyways, The Heron, yes, I am down to go watch it
Yes.
in theaters.
It looks good. It looks Ghibli. I think my issue with the CGI one.
What the fuck was that?
Here, look it up. I think my issue with that one was it was still Ghibli, but the CGI took so much away. I'm still a fan of the 2D animated look, of the drawing look. Again, we talked about this with One Piece. Like, if you can make it really well, it looks amazing. It was like Ellie and something.
Oh, Earwig and the Witches.
Yeah, Earwig.
Yeah.
It was Earwig. My bad.
Where it was the Foster and
Yeah, it was good.
it was good, but I was just like,
But The Boy and the Heron looks fucking Ghibli. It looks like a classic Ghibli movie. It's gonna be good as fuck.
this is the last one?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, 2021.
Yeah,
I'm so happy they went back to that.
me too.
That old
100%. Me too. I'm just like, I love it.
Because they 100% could have just been like, you know what, CGI from here on out.
If you can just make that type of artwork just better, just do that. I'm not against CGI, but I feel like with CGI, the lighting matters so much that it can just make it worse.
This is so weird. There's an interview from November 23, 2021. Oh, this was after the Earwig movie.
After the Earwig, he was
Yeah,
what? He was like, I'm done.
Yeah. Miyazaki is anti-CGI animation.
Let's go. Shout out him.
Tool of an animator should always be a pencil.
It should,
That's crazy.
because he's not wrong.
Nah, but it's crazy that it's like you made a CGI movie.
No,
but
his son did, I think. Or somebody else made that movie with him. It wasn't just him.
Still, put your foot down.
Yeah,
Stop being a
100%.
pushover.
But that's why I'm telling you, I think this movie's going to be fire because he's like, you know what? Fuck Earwig. Here we go. So I'm excited for that. Want to get into the animes?
Yeah.
Were you able to watch?
I was asking. I was trying to wonder if that was the animes. Yeah, I was able to watch it.
So something I realized that I can find the wiki links.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to put those from now on in case we
Fuck
like
it.
miss a little bit.
Yeah. The fighting is. Oh, I guess One Piece. Sorry.
We're gonna now dive into out of the anime news into the actual anime that we watched. One Piece episodes 1075, 1076 because it's been 2 weekends.
The fighting is officially done.
It is. Oh, so hold on, 1075 first. It was
Hiyori is a badass.
yeah. We got a lot of Hiyori world building development. We got knowledge of the old samurais. I like how they like fluidly transitioned through all of that. It was like nice instead of just like very panely. It was like I liked it.
Toei Animation, dude.
It's
I don't know
wilding
what
out.
the fuck they're on, but they're on it. Shout out them.
Quaaludes, dude. Quaaludes.
Everyone needs their dick sucked.
Everybody.
And if there's any females on there, they need their dick sucked too.
So you gotta flick it.
Oh, dude, flick the
Flick the bean.
Anyway,
I'm sorry. Anyway, I like the episode. Again, there was no Luffy or Kaido at all. I think until the end, maybe.
Until the very end when they reference back to the fight.
But I kind of like this just to seal off because again, we are in Wano and the story was Wano.
You're
Again, dude, this offensive play calling is garbage. I'm like slowly paying attention.
Oh,
It's just,
son of a.
I can do a better job calling Madden plays. Oh, get it to Dobbs. Get it to Dobbs. I didn't play him for this reason, but because they throw to randoms. Who's number 11? Who the fuck is Jaden Reed? Anyway, I like this episode. It was kind of nice, little like downshift before 1076,
which was
we got Kaido backstory, which is absolutely done amazingly too in between the fighting.
The animations, dude, is still.
I like seeing him like
out of this fucking world,
growing up and how like feisty he was.
Yeah, I think, and I'm pretty sure this is the same with everybody. I think my favorite line from that entire episode was Kaido actually being defeated. So he's falling from the ground, and he's referencing back the conversation that he had with King, where King asked him like if he knew who Joy Boy was, and Kaido was like, I don't know who Joy Boy is, but Joy Boy is going to be the one that defeats me. And then he's falling down, and he's like, King, I now know who Joy Boy is. And I'm just like, dude.
So for those that haven't watched it yet or don't watch One Piece and watch the live action and want to get into it,
for all you live action cocksuckers.
Wow, dude, that's aggressive.
It's just 1,000 episodes. Get good.
Be committed. Are you afraid of commitment?
There's a freaking. Oh my god, what did the guy from the wreck call it? There's a thing. One
Pace.
One Pace.
Yeah,
just do that.
You can just skim it.
Oh my god, just do that. Freaking puss. Never mind. But anyways, yes, you were saying to those who don't watch it.
But for those who did, the animation in this episode even was crazy,
disgustingly good.
And then watching Kaido after you get his backstory, say like, hey, like, what are you gonna do about all this fighting and the wars and like just violence? And Luffy's like, man, fuck this shit. I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you.
Fuck them wars.
And then he just like, fucking what's it called? Kong, right? Kong Fist or whatever. I always forget the names of his moves. Just beats the shit out of him. And then
I don't know if you noticed a lot of his moves, he doesn't even finish it. He just says Gomu Gomu.
Yeah.
Gomu Gomu no.
Yeah.
And then just does it.
Launches it. Yeah. In Gear 5.
Because to be fair, the amount of the attacks that Luffy does in Gear 5, we'd be here for like 30 minutes just talking about every single move and the name that he has for them.
I saw this on Twitter because someone, obviously, once an episode gets released, people start like bringing back stuff, and I forgot to link it here, but the dude is saying how in way long ago in chapters, I forgot the character too. Fuck, I should have linked it, and I should have saved it.
Are you talking about from Skypea?
I don't remember, but one of the characters was saying how if your hockey is strong enough, it cancels out devil fruit powers. And that's why when Kaido went like red mode, whatever it's called,
wasn't that Kaido himself? Because Kaido in I think it was 1075, I don't remember exactly, but in one of the episodes, Kaido is talking about how a devil fruit will not control the world because the last person that controlled the world was Roger.
Didn't have a devil fruit.
And he didn't have a devil fruit.
Confirmed, by the way.
He just had straight hockey.
Yeah. And Luffy's hockey is strong enough now to cancel out that little red form power up that Kaido had, which means he's strong enough to use hockey to either, I don't know if it's cancel or pause or inhibit devil fruit powers, which is fucking nuts.
Which would be crazy for
which we might have to take a quick 10-minute break to read the chapter, by the way.
Which one?
The one that came out today. Or is it on break? Did you? I didn't.
I read it.
Damn it. I'll read it. But I'll pull it up while we're talking about the animes. But
you can read it while I talk about the anime if you want.
No, I don't want to just be like on my phone. We'll take like literally a 5-minute break and I'll just cram it. But dude, I loved it, and then I love that Momo actually finally got his shit together
to pull the fucking Onigashima.
Yeah.
I fucking love Luffy just yelling at him saying, Momo, you have to fucking do it. I mean, they got a little backstory too for Momo of him trying to mature from his 8-year-old self to his now
28, right?
20. Yeah, because I forget the freaking the girl's name or the what the fuck is her name? The only ninja. But I'm pretty sure it was 20 years that she matured him. So yeah, it was nice the arm, the freaking fist reference Kaido size. Like it was.
Yeah.
So, dude, I hate being in 4 leagues because my phone is just
popping up.
Yeah, I got the ESPN fantasy blowing up.
Ding, ding.
I got the Yahoo one blowing up.
Yeah.
That's a face mask, sir.
Damn, he just broke his neck.
And then I got the Sleeper. I like that app, Sleeper.
Yeah, me too.
I think
because like it gives you like points that you missed, points that you didn't miss.
I think for next year I'm gonna recommend it for all of my other leagues.
Yeah.
Is to use
That's
the
nice.
Sleeper app. I really liked it.
Me too.
Shout out, who was it? Deer?
I think so.
Right?
Or Josh or Ariana, one of those two.
Well, Ariana was given the idea, but one of them.
Yeah,
I think it may have been Josh. So shout out Josh for using.
Yeah, Sleeper's nice.
If he ever listens to the pod, you are a true one. A for Sleeper and B for listening to the pod.
Yes. But yeah, dude, and then I don't know how he was floating in the air, but like that scene with Luffy like smiling at the end. Like, yeah, we're finally here where I've been waiting for the manga and One Piece to get where like Luffy's finally at the position where it's not can he beat them, it's how he's gonna beat them.
Yeah.
Right? It's not like we'll get to where the manga is now, but it's like it's not can he beat the foe, which was literally almost 1,100 chapters, right?
He can beat everyone and anyone.
It's now like how he's gonna beat them, and that's what I like, because we're almost at the end, and it's like, bro, come on, like we had 1,000 chapters of like him like losing 2 or 3 times and then winning, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, it gets kind of boring after a while. You got to get that. You just got to have it.
Yeah, what the fuck? Oh my.
But they can still win this game if they can get some offense going. Any last thoughts, common concerns on the anime? The fight's over after like I think 4 physical years. That's what someone was saying.
Of when Wano started?
Yeah, something like that.
It's been 4 years?
Something like that. Someone said that. I don't know if that's accurate, but
well, to be fair, when we started the podcast, we started it because of Wano.
True.
Because we said we're finally gonna get, because we were theory crafting
what's gonna happen. You're right.
Wano.
Damn.
And that was like right when like the Zoro kicked off, which has been roughly 3-4 years.
Damn.
Because it was before I graduated pharmacy school.
That dude, holy cow.
That's early 2020, 2019.
Yeah. What the fuck?
We're here.
Did you get a chance to watch JJK's?
Hell yeah, dude.
Episodes 31, 32. At least that's how Crunchyroll titles them. 31, we get the end of the Mekamaru fight. I actually like that. I like the animation. I like the fact that he was like double aging it both ways. Or double crossing them.
Yep.
He got his ass beat though.
Been known though.
I know we have.
I'm sure people that don't read the manga
were surprised.
Literally thought that he could win,
no.
and he could have. But what was it? The simple domain that Mahito used.
Yeah,
I forget what Mahito used, but that shocked me because I'm like, I knew this was gonna happen. Yeah. The same thing when the Star Vessel died. I'm like, I knew she was going to die, but it was just like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, you forget the impact that it's gonna have. Yeah.
So whatever Mahito used was freaking phenomenal. Yeah. But yes, it was the ending of the Mekamaru fight. And then
we get a little bit of like Shibuya, like people partying for Halloween. And then the start of 32.
The veal falling down. And then I think it ended with Gojo actually showing up, right?
Mm-hmm. And then episode 32, we get them actually in there planning Itadori with, I don't know how to pronounce her name, Yui, right?
The Raven girl?
Yeah.
I forgot her name, but the one that does everything for money.
Yeah. And her brother planning stuff. We get a bunch of planning everywhere.
Right.
And then we see Jogo, Chizo, and the flower dude. I forget the flower dude's name. In the subway station.
And then
Gojo's down there. They're like, you finally showed up. And he's like,
how do you like the timestamps?
What do you mean?
the timestamps where it's like
where it tells you exactly
10:32 Gojo arrives to Shibuya, 10:45 Gojo's in the subway station.
I love
10:50.
Yeah.
I'm like, I love that it adds like the extra like
intensity
spice.
of like, yo, it's been 5 minutes, it's been 3 minutes, it's been a little bit, it's been here, it's been there. Yeah, dude.
I also love how Gojo doesn't think he's gonna lose
because technically he doesn't. Technically,
he's whooping their ass until Geto shows up. Oh, might show up.
Allegedly.
I mean, he referenced it in the freaking episode. He's like, hold on for 10 minutes and then I'll show up.
Again, we didn't get much. It's a lot of prep for the next 2 or 3 episodes that are going to be absolutely nuclear.
I love how this episode, I think the last one, 76, you said? Or no, 32?
32.
I'm pretty sure it's labeled the Shibuya incident.
Yeah. Because, I mean, they're fucking ready. And again, we didn't get much in these 2 episodes or at least in 32, because what happens after this is nonstop gas.
Y'all ain't ready.
Especially when we get to post what happens, right? And they just start unleashing everything.
Y'all ain't ready.
Nah.
But it's good. It's good that y'all ain't ready.
Yeah, it's gonna be so good, dude. I keep telling that to people. I'm like, yo, it's gonna be so good, but I can't tell you why. Because
real quick, sorry. I saw to backtrack, I forgot to say it. Someone said, or a bunch of people have been saying on the internets, that no matter what anime you stan, how long you've been standing it, and like all this other shit, you cannot deny that One Piece has had the best animations this past year.
Yeah, no, it's One Piece
should be anime of the year,
depending
on
what JJK does.
I still think One Piece is anime of the year.
I don't disagree.
Because it's not just animation, but the storyline too.
I don't disagree. But if JJK
gets it next year.
Post what happens this episode, they have 10 episodes to prove that wrong.
JJK gets it next year.
Yeah, but it won't be next year anime, because season 2 would be 2023. It won't be 2024 anime. Dude, this man's getting absolutely murdered. This is what I meant, bro. It's the line, it's the schemes that they're calling. No one's blocking. Anyway, they have 10 episodes to take it away from One Piece. It's currently One Piece's though, and it's not even close. This is the thing. It's not even close.
What I'm gonna love about this episode is that you see me being hopeful from the start of it to just being absolutely dreams crushed.
Because what's his face
to the end of it,
right? I'm not gonna name names, but what's his face happens. Something to what's his face happens in like either next episode or the episode after that, right?
Yes.
And then something happens to somebody else like 3 or 4 episodes after that.
Yes.
This is what I'm saying. Like, a JJK is gonna have 10 episodes to take it away from One Piece, and
depending on how they animate those situations, especially the one where the author went into a straight hiatus after.
Damn, dude, I can't believe we can't talk about it until it happens.
Fuck all of you guys that don't read, man. Pick up a fucking book.
You're bogus. You're right though, bogus.
Fucking book, dude. Anyways,
just bop.
Did you read the other chapters? Like, did you read JJK and?
I just didn't read the ones that came out earlier.
Today?
Yeah, today. So I'm gonna read.
Was it JJK and?
I think so.
Okay.
I'll just crank those out real quick. All right, we're back real quick. We're just gonna talk about it after I read it. Our review, a reaction to One Piece chapter 1092 that came out like an hour or 2 ago. Okay, so I just read it.
What's running through your head? Fresh.
So fresh. Kizaru, Luffy at the beginning. Luffy was just in gear 4.
Like gear 3, gear 4, yeah. Oh, no, Snake Man. He was doing Snake Man.
He was doing Snake Man with regular haki.
Yeah.
And doing pretty good against Kizaru.
Holding his own.
And Kizaru was like, yo, you're way stronger. Like, I can see how you beat Kaido.
Yep.
And then Kizaru does his little light magic stuff, sends Luffy flying. And then he just... I know I'm skipping a lot because a lot of it's kind of like just fluff fighting.
Right.
He then shows up in the middle of Vegapunk and all the Straw Hats. He's like, what up? Big wiener. But then...
Kizaru was talking... To reference, I think it was last chapter. He was talking to one of the Geroseis saying, yes, I can show up using my power, I can just appear wherever I want because I don't get interfered by the barrier.
Yeah.
But I think he said I don't want to do that because I want to because of Sentamaru.
Yeah.
He's like, I have a certain friend at
That he wanted
Egghead
to
that I don't want to
Yeah.
undermine. But anyways,
Anyway, he's also fighting Jewelry Bonnie, right? That's her name?
yes,
And she can't hit him because of a light.
right.
Then
She doesn't know that because she's potato.
And then 38-10. Let's go. Anyway, then Kizaru shows up in the middle of the Vegapunks and the Straw Hats, and then he's talking shit to Vegapunk. He's like, bro, just give up. And then Luffy shows up and grabs him,
Yes.
which for those who obviously read One Piece, if you made it this far, is crazy because technically Logia should just be able to phase through it,
Like Smoker.
right?
Right.
But he grabbed him.
Yes.
And at the moment, at the end of the chapter, we don't see him phase out, which means that he's able to literally just grab him without haki. And so he's able to just grab whatever he wants because of his power.
I have two different theories.
Right? And then we see the robot wake up. And I have a theory about that too, but I'll let you go because I'm still processing what I read literally 10 seconds ago.
I have a theory that, remember we talked about how Luffy can convert anything around him to rubber?
He turned him to rubber and grabbed his dumb ass.
He turned his lightning or light, whatever his, right? His Logia
light.
is.
Yeah, light.
He converted that, or that's my one theory, right? He converted it to that. Or my other theory is in a weird tangent, Kizaru's devil fruit has something to do with lightning in a weird tangent.
Okay, all right.
And Luffy has control over lightning the way that he displayed it in Kaido's fight. So Luffy can grab onto lightning, i.e. light.
Got it. I agree with
So
that.
I think Luffy
a little tough, but yeah.
will, in like a weird tangent, I think Luffy is able to hold on to Kizaru.
Because of the lightning
immune,
thing?
Immune to Kizaru's attacks. But I don't know, because Luffy did.
He's been hit by them, though.
He did look like he was a little bit beat up.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it's more likely that Luffy can turn
whatever he wants
Logia users into
rubber to grab him.
Because he has the human fruit.
Yeah.
So maybe he has the ability to turn them, right, i.e. to humans.
I think the rubber thing. I think we'll stick with that.
Okay.
For now, I agree with you.
Is it
Right?
on break? Or does it say 7 days?
No. Yeah, it's next week. I will know next Sunday. So 2 weeks from now, we'll talk about it. But the other thing,
Yes.
real quick, just to kind of like, I'll bring it all together. The fucking robot wakes up. Some people are like, oh, it's maybe a bad guy. Some people are in the camp that it's because he's Joy Boy now in Gear 5.
Yes.
And they respond to
Yes.
Joy Boy and the power that that the Ancients Machine use is the power of Joy Boy.
Because Luffy was thrown to the bottom, remember?
In Gear 4.
No, right now.
No, yeah. But I'm saying
Because Luffy was like, you had me go through 2 different barriers or whatever, right? And he said I had to climb up. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, dude, he made it to the robot, turned into Gear 5, and then gigantified himself to then like step over everything to get where he is. Because he is big. He is big, right? I think, because I think Vegapunk said that he didn't create that robot, right? That robot was already there.
Yeah, it was there.
Right?
From 800 years ago or whatever it was. Yeah.
So I think, in a weird way, all of these ancient weapons, right, is what they call them,
Yep.
are connected to Joy Boy because that's what Joy Boy used to fight the government back then.
Damn.
Because
imagine if he had his fleet and all these ancient weapons, dude.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he's going to by the time he reaches Laugh Tale. By the time he reaches Laugh Tale and he finds out the true like One Piece, I think he's gonna then take on the military.
Yeah.
Because he wants to, release this 800-year void, right, whatever. I think he's going to want to do that, and I think he's going to call upon his fleet, and I think he's going to call upon all of these ancient weapons, and he's going to take on the government and win. Damn. And if for whatever reason the government stays, I think people are going to want to sit him on the throne, but knowing how Luffy is...
I think he dies, though, still. I think that's the thing where he either dies or he disappears.
I think he disappears.
Yeah.
I think he just goes MIA because he knows he's too OP.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to do that. He literally just wants to be free.
Yeah.
But I do think because it's just interesting, right? Zhao, right? The freaking
Elephant was like, oh, Joy Boy.
Joy Boy. Now it's the robot that's old as shit is waking up. I think it's Joy Boy's powers.
Yeah, which is crazy because now I'm like, cool, he can potentially turn things and other people into rubber. Actually, the reason why I think he can turn people into rubber, right?
Yeah.
Is because when he was inside of Kaido,
yeah, he turned him into a balloon.
He turned him into a balloon. Yo, I'm not rubber. I shouldn't be able to do this.
He did say that.
So that's why I'm like, yo, he just turned Kizaru into rubber.
Yep.
So he can't light fuse out or whatever you want to call it. Because like with Smoker, it's smoke, right? So I don't know what to call his light powers.
That's gonna be fucking crazy.
So I'm like, yo, if he can just grab Akainu and turn his magma into rubber, GG's. No? Okay.
I think we also have to consider the properties of rubber. I think the magma will still.
Yeah, but he's gonna be using Haki though.
He'll be using Haki to like protect himself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like GG's.
Which is to reference your point back to what you were saying about the anime. We are now at the point where it's not can Luffy win?
It's how
is he gonna win?
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Because I think he 100% beats Kizaru, right?
That was my one gripe with One Piece, and I used to talk about this in the old pod all the time, where I was like, my one issue with Luffy right now, at least the way he's being written,
right,
is that it's taken 1,000 chapters to get to not how, but if he's gonna beat them,
right.
Like every single villain he's beat, it's been this complicated journey to get to the how he's gonna beat them, right? Like with Crocodile, that's coming up in the live action for season 2. He
lost like twice,
right? And then it's like, all right, cool. He had no chance of beating him, and then he figures out
water
or blood, right? So
water into blood.
Yeah, my bad. And it's like okay, like why couldn't we just get there, right? This is just me being picky, right? Because he's a main character, but we're finally at that point where he has a cool power. Did they just fuck it? Anyway, he has a cool power.
If he touches it, does it make it live?
Yeah, but his knee was down, so I think he was down. Anyway, yeah, so I'm excited. I like this chapter. A lot of good stuff, a lot of good theories, a lot of good things coming out of it.
I don't think his knee was down.
No, it's Chicago's because they downed it because their knee was down and they were touching it.
Okay.
Anyway, so I'm excited. I'm excited for next chapter. It's not on break. Again, I'm excited to find out what he does, right?
Luffy?
Like, is he grabbing him and turning him into rubber?
Yeah.
Or
they're going to 100% explain it. Because Kizaru was going to be like, ooh, you turned me into rubber. Or, damn, your Haki's so strong you can hold. Like, he's going to say something to be like, damn, to what's the word I want to fucking use? To recognize Luffy's power up. Yeah.
And I'm excited for that because my issue with Luffy's rubber in Gear 3 or I guess 4 and previous, right? Was always like, okay, it's just rubber and Haki. So unless it's Haki,
that's a false start, sir.
Unless his Haki is just that good, right? Like he's not going to be able to beat these guys.
Right.
But now he has Haki that's that good. And a cool power.
A devil fruit.
So I'm like, bet. So it doesn't matter what you throw at him. It's at some level until he gets like stronger in terms of just like more used to it and more stamina. But yeah, I really liked this chapter. Thoughts? You liked it? Loved it?
Oh, dude, I loved it.
Me too. Like
I loved everything about it. And like the little Kuma stuff in the beginning too.
Bro, the Kuma stuff was also like seeing how Kainu, like it was lit. Like I really liked this chapter.
I think we get more of Kuma soon. And I think he regains his consciousness.
Yeah.
Because I think one of the freaking, I forget what it is.
Yeah.
Or I forget who it was, but they were like, there's no way you can regain your consciousness right now. And
but
if
he
you
was
do,
slowly, right?
And if you do, we have to kill you.
Yeah.
But he was because a bunch of his attacks were like, but oh my God, please. I hope it's for the Bears. You want to read it? Because that one was.
But yeah, that's our review. Just really quick of One Piece. we're going to take another break, and I'm going to read JJK 235. I'll be right back.
And the Bears win.
No way! What? What does that mean? No. All right, we're back. We're so dialed. We're back. our review of JJK Jujutsu Kaisen Chapter 235. It is not on break like the One Piece chapters, so we will get some next week, hopefully the week after that. What did I just read? I literally just finished it 5 seconds ago. What did I just read? What the fuck did I just read?
The defeat of Sukuna.
No, stop.
I still think he has a trump card.
He does. He has to have a trump card. A 1,000 years to lose to...
I don't know, dude.
1,000 years to lose to a boomer?
He doesn't... He no longer has any Shikigami because, right, Gojo killed them.
Killed the butterfly chick.
And we talked about how...
So let me start from the top. Okay. Let me start from the top. Gojo is fighting Sakuna, obviously. Or Sukuna, my bad. And they're fighting. He's fighting him and Maharaga. And he starts doing some fancy fucking, I'm going to beat the shit out of you. Then Azor comes into play. And he uses red, right? He
releases red.
And Sukuna and Maharaga are like, cool, like we have a backup plan for this. He uses the blood fucking little missile from
Chigari or what's his name?
Chizo, right?
Chizo.
Yeah, he's like, pew!
He did the piercing blood art.
Yeah, piercing blood. That's what it's called. And not from it doesn't matter who it's from. Anyway, he uses piercing blood, and it goes to Azor, and then he uses Twilight. He uses a bunch of cool words that turned me on a little bit.
It's like phase 2 Twilight or something like that.
Yeah, he uses phase Twilight, Eyes of Wisdom, 9 ropes, polarized light, crow and declaration between front and back, hollow purple. And I guess what he does is he just randomly guesses that if he just lets hollow purple do its thing and not directs it, it can literally decimate the whole city. He has Sakuna with one hand who can't hear, or Sukuna with one hand who can't hear. I keep saying it wrong. I'm so sorry. Anyway, then we're just getting a breakdown that, so it means that, yeah, Gojo won on the very last panel. Do you think he actually won? I know you said a little bit.
So, oh my God, Sukuna no longer has any of the Shikigamis that Megumi had because Megumi described...
Otro.
You're a fucking idiot. Megumi describes how as soon as his Shikigami die, due to cursed energy, they're gone forever. He can no longer get them back. Okay?
Wait, so Maharaga's dead?
So Maharaga is dead.
Look, I don't even care what happens. I don't even care if he won against Sukuna. The fact that he was the one to defeat Maharaga. Oh, come on, dude.
And we always thought Sukuna would be the one to defeat Maharaga.
Are you the strongest because you're Gojo, or are you Gojo because you're the strongest, dude? What?
Episode 1, remember, if Sakuna and I were to go on an all fight, it would be close, but I would win because I'm the best.
Fuck me sideways.
But anyway, so no more Shikigamis, no more Maharaga. They said he can't heal quickly
enough
because he's got like a busted hand, busted leg, like busted everything. Gojo took damage too, but he didn't take enough or as much damage as Sukuna. So all Sukuna has literally left would be his domain expansion.
Do you think they both die?
No. I don't think Gojo dies.
Wow, dude. Oh, look at the probability real quick of making the playoffs if you're 2-0 versus 0-2. It's like 80% or 61% to 18. Anyway, dude, back to the chapter. What the fuck did I just watch?
I think with everything that we've just read, I think Sukuna is done and Gojo wins. Or Gojo won.
But what happens after this? Okay, time out. I have a few more questions before that one, and then we're done. So, do you think the fight's over, or it's kind of like, hey, to our knowledge, Sukuna has no other card to play that can beat him, so he won? Or does he have another trump card and we get another few chapters? Which I don't know why you would do that.
The fight's already been going on for 4, no?
Maybe 5. I don't know.
I don't know either. I thought it was like 4. But anyways, I'm just like in shock that it was like, I understand why it would end this quickly, right? Because it's not One Piece where you're going to drag it out, right? Right.
and it's.
I mean, the Maki fight was like 3 chapters.
And yeah, and he doesn't really do that.
Mm-hmm.
Or the mangaka doesn't really do that. And they're like heavy hitters, so like one shot can just end it, right?
I mean, Hollow Purple.
Yeah, right. And
is his most strongest.
And if it
tool.
continues after this, I don't know if Gojo has an answer.
He doesn't, because the only reason why he was able to do everything that he did was because
Bro, he literally made
the second Black Flash.
He literally prepared a nuke while he was fighting them, and then just set it off and said, "Fuck it. Hopefully it doesn't kill me." Is what he
literally said, "Hopefully it doesn't kill me," because he said, "I knew I was gonna take damage."
Wow, the balls on this guy, dude. The
Monstrous.
balls. They're
Balls
just
of
fucking
steel.
titanium. Like,
Balls of steel. But I don't think if Sukuna actually has something up his
Gojo
sleeve,
loses.
Gojo cannot do anything because of the output he just did, and the fact that he was only able to do so because of the Black Flash that he had.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I think drawing out the fight makes no sense unless you want Sukuna to win.
Why? Yeah,
right?
why?
So, if Gojo doesn't win off of this, it's because you want Sukuna to win, because I don't think Gojo has another card to play.
I mean, he just said, "Do were ad-lib."
Yep. He literally said, ad-libbing purple at a distance also worked out. That literally to me just reads, I just said, fuck it, we'll find out. They went to OT. Cool.
This is OT?
Mm-hmm. But anyway, holy fuck. I hope he actually won. I just don't know where we go from this. Now my question is, where do we go from this? Because I don't know where we go. Because again, if he wins, then the series is over, I guess, right?
Technically, yeah, because the whole thing was to get rid of Sukuna.
Oh, no, it's not over.
There's one finger left.
There is one finger left, so it's not over.
I can only imagine Gojo giving Sukuna the last finger.
Like Goku just being a dumbass and be like, here's full power, let's go.
So that Gojo can truly prove that he's the greatest. Oh. I can see Gojo having this like weird ego where he's like, no, I have to beat you at your full strength.
Would he though?
I remember he said we sorcerers have been trying to figure out how to destroy these cursed items. And so far, Sukuna's fingers cannot be exercised. So the only way to get rid of them is to have someone ingest it and then kill the host. So technically speaking, as long as there is one finger of Sukuna still left, Sukuna still technically wins.
So he gives him the finger and kills him? But does he gain a power-up because he gains all 20 fingers?
If he kills Sukuna, he kills Megumi.
Fuck Megumi. I don't give a fuck.
But he's the future of the Zenin clan.
But he doesn't have any more. He doesn't have Mahoraga anymore.
But he's the future of the Zenin clan.
But he doesn't have Mahoraga. He's like paperweight now. He's Peso Pluma. Sorry.
I don't know, but I to be 100% honest with you, I don't know where we go.
Me neither.
I really don't know where we go, because I do think we have to do something about that extra finger. That we're only assuming that Gojo has the last finger.
Yeah, because that's what they said in the chapters. They're like, we're assuming he has it.
We're assuming he has it, but maybe he doesn't. So we still have no fucking clue what we're gonna do or what we're going. If Gojo out of nowhere takes out the finger, I think a good plot twist would be he takes it himself. Like Sukuna's like, oh, never mind, Uno reverse, here's my trump card. And then Gojo's like, Uno reverse, here's the finger, nom.
That's so complicated now. Because I wasn't expecting him to win like that.
With Hollow Purple?
No, I'm saying like
in general, like that kind of
like
quake per se?
Yeah, like it just happened. And I'm like, again, it makes sense because they're like the heavyweights, right? So like one shot can take anybody out. But
and it's a nuke. I mean, literally no one can survive a nuke.
Wow.
I'm being honest. I have no clue where we go. We'll find out Sunday where we went.
Fucking great chapters. Let me say that first. Great chapters. Amazing.
Why do you think
chapters.
I went like this, dude? I was waiting for your jizz.
That's crazy. I'm just lost for words because I don't know. I wasn't expecting him to say, fuck it, I'm just gonna hopefully I don't die and I guess win. You know? GG, I guess, dude. GG. That's all I have. You have anything else? Oh, last manga news. Berserk.
I saw.
Berserk is coming back September. We'll talk. I'll talk. I literally just read it. My brain's like in shock that I guess Gojo won. I don't know. Again, I don't believe it's true. I don't believe he won one. But if it is, amazing. If he didn't, look, if Gojo ends up winning and the series is over, it took Sukuna 1,000 years to lose to a boomer. Sag.
Wait, no, it's not a touchdown.
Anyway.
I don't think that's a touchdown.
Can
we go to the VAR? Oh, there's a flag. I think I saw a flag.
Bar. But anyway, the great chapter. I love the chapter. I don't believe he actually won one. We'll find out next week. The pod will find out in 2 weeks. Berserk. What? Let me pull it up to the actual.
If you really wanted to, we could do a Monday. Because I'm on vacation starting Monday.
Oh, you want to do a little surprise pod?
We could.
For the peoples?
If you want.
We could maybe.
Thoughts, comments, concerns.
I'm down.
I'm telling you, I'm looking for a new gig that'll hopefully give me Monday through Friday, which could then transition into every Sunday.
Weekly, every Sunday.
I mean, we could still stay bi-weekly.
Yeah, but
just to for sanity's sake.
But we can do stuff on Sundays, like little stuff.
We could do a more focus on Patreon on those days.
Oh, that would be amazing. Yeah. Anyway,
it's not.
No. Anyway, the last manga news, last part of this episode, Berserk is coming back on September 22nd with a new arc, which is crazy.
I thought the author died.
So he did, but he gave the blueprint of how to finish it to his studio because he owned a separate side studio aside from the one he worked at, and they've been carrying it so far. But I didn't know they were gonna have a new arc. I actually haven't read the last 2 or 3 chapters that they released, but yeah, it's coming back with a new arc. So I'm excited. I'm a Berserk fan. I have a Berserk tat on the back of my neck right there. That hurt a little bit. But that's all I got. You got anything? You got an outro? You got anything to say?
I hope I don't die.
Yes. We will see y'all in
sometime. We'll figure it out.
Maybe next week, but just plan on a regular bi-weekly episode. See y'all next time. Stay sexual, stay horny, whatever else you want to do. Just be safe. Don't hurt anyone.
Go Gino.
Go Gojo.
Okay.
And Gino too.